All right, we're up.
What up, man? Man, what happening? What was that about? I saw that. I saw that. How you
Hey,
doing, bro?
everybody.
Hold on, let me see. I forgot. I gotta look and see on mine. I can see all the comments if I click in on another screen. Kenny in here. Captive audience. A bit crazy. What's going on, Kenny? What's going on, boy?
Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
looks like I just went over to YouTube. Everything looks like it's running through clean, so I think we're good. Whew. That was, I don't know. I got to figure out a different way of getting you the link because apparently sending it through email is like waiting on a package in New York takes forever.
bro. Hey, New York did it before Indiana do. I tell you that.
What now?
Said New York get it before Indiana.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
Rick. What's happening, Rick? What's going on?
Say we live. Bet. Hey y'all, make sure y'all thumbs up the host, you know what I'm saying? Thumbs him up. Let you know that he's here.
Yeah, I went and posted everything on Facebook on the three main groups, but I wasn't able to post anything on Instagram. So if anybody wants to grab that link and put it on Instagram.
Hey, so I'm still working on that, John. There's a way to put clickable links on Instagram
Yeah.
outside of your bio. So I'm waiting on the response for that because I actually sent the request out to somebody that knows how to do it.
Oh,
They ain't
okay.
got back to me yet.
Okay. Hey, 100 watches. Welcome. Welcome. Oh, Vic says he already posted it on Instagram.
Oh, did
Thanks,
he?
buddy. Yeah. Thanks, buddy. Whew. Long week, man. Long week. Crazy week.
Hey man, it was an adventure going to the store today.
Oh, I have no doubt. I haven't tried it yet. I don't know if Christy's gonna try and go to the store tomorrow or not, but yeah, I have no doubts. I've seen some of the posts and some of the pictures people have sent. It's just like crazy. Um, the length some of these people are going. And like one guy had a full on like I don't know. It wasn't even an M17. It was like old school like World War II gas mask, but then he's walking around. He's got no gloves on. Like, um, gloves, man, gloves. You got to put gloves on. So,
Hey, look, I've seen some of the craziest ones. DC showed me this kid had literally has his shoe up to his face, his shoestrings and everything wrapped around his neck. And everything. I'm like, a shoe of all things. That's a shoe is a gas mask or your protection. That
I
was for the
saw
sneaker community, I guess.
paying you double. Wow. So remind me, I think I'm right, but Rick works at Home Depot, and they're paying him double to
What?
to come into work,
Hey, Rick, that's not such a bad thing, man. Gas,
right?
you can get all the watches you want this year.
Right.
Hey,
Invicta Mike driving Alligator Alley. Are you going from the Fort Lauderdale or to Fort Lauderdale? Which way are you going? You going east to west or west to east? Over towards Pine Island and I can't think of the name of the city over there on the west coast. Um,
odor eaters.
so Dr. Scholl's, man, just wrap a Dr. Scholl's around your face. You'd be good.
Hey, man,
The charcoal, man. It's all about the charcoal.
right there. That's all I need.
Yeah. Too much.
Man,
Yeah,
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
yeah,
Trying to tell you. I tell you what though, I'm catching up on a lot of reading.
yeah.
It's a good book. It's called Courageous.
Okay.
And the next one after that, this is a good book. I read this book a while ago, long time ago. I got this.
Oh, Tony.
Somebody gave me this book when I came back from Iraq the first time, 2008, and I read it then. I'm gonna go back through it again. It's a good book though. Real good
Yeah.
book.
Something new arriving. Going back to Pine. Oh, driving back to, yeah, in Naples. Cool, man. So I know this is going to be a shocker for everyone here, but Vic has a timepiece coming.
What?
Yeah, right?
What?
What?
Jeez, what's that ain't so?
Yeah, right?
Man, that's crazy. I
Oh,
got
and
I
they're doubling their overtime. Holy smokes. Rick
include
ain't gonna have no value pays left after a couple weeks of this.
oh man.
Woo!
At all. Wow. Rick, you winning, man. Well, I guess it's like a double-edged sword, but you
Yeah,
young, you're strong. Give
yeah,
on and cut that
yeah,
up. Thank you,
yeah.
sir.
He's in the hardware department, so I'm sure you could probably get something over there. Oh yeah, you got some really good mash. You got some good 3Ms in there, man. Just throw one of them big 3Ms with the dual filters on it. Psh, you're good, man. Get a big old pair of welder's gloves up to your elbows. Just walk around, man. Goggles. Go get some goggles. Man, you're set.
So Kenny said he got two on his way too. Hopefully.
Yeah. Oh, did you grab it off of Yellow Tag or Red Tag or whichever one it was, whatever color the flavor of the month is on Invicta
Right,
stores?
right.
They seem to like that. So cool, cool.
All right, so I'm reading the comments on my son's laptop.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, to keep from is that a bowling ball? No, this is my watch winder. Watch winder.
A bowling ball.
Yeah, he actually was in the bowling ball. I got it by the table, boy. Yeah, so it keeps my watch the time,
Wound
man.
up.
Yeah, you better come on, man. Keep up.
Who's
What's
that?
this stuff?
Who's asking that?
Spider Kid.
Oh, Spider. Come on,
Mm,
man.
right.
Come on now.
He just smiling. Okay, he doing his TikTok dance now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that get it all over yourself, man. Do it up. Do it up. Ain't doing it.
Right. Hey man, and listen, I was reading your comments about the push-ups, man. You had me crying laughing. I was eating at the time that you said it too. I tell you what, man, you and Vic have the most uncanny timing, man. It's like you guys put stuff in the chat when I'm eating, I'm like everywhere. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, I don't know about 2021, but I might be after you in 22, man. I might be ready. I might be ready.
Hey, look, I'm looking like this. I'm gonna issue the challenge, man. I'm gonna get the team together, the squad. So it's gonna be
Mm.
like two or three of us in there. It's gonna be all right. I got you, me. I gotta get somebody else, and we gonna challenge Ryan, L, Lalo, because you see how big he is. I want to bust his head on some push-ups. And what's the other? Brian Johnson.
Oh yeah, Brian.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, a Techno Marine. Nice.
who got a Techno Marine?
Kenny.
I saw a Techno Marine that was pretty nice, man. I wouldn't mind having in my collection.
Yeah, I got Christy one. It was the we got Technocell. She had it on the ship in her display.
Okay.
Jason Taylor, if he's coming, the specialty, it was 289 on yellow tag.
Still waiting on that piece.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I saw that. The price went right back up too. It's back at 588.
Oh, on that specialty that they had at on the ship for like, what was it, 479, something like that. Yeah. Did that have black spinel in it? I can't even remember now.
I think it did.
Okay. Yeah,
Now
that was a nice one.
what is Vic talking about? The blue mag is still in the cart. For what, Vic? Why?
Yeah, why?
You might as well just nail it, man.
Just hit the button. It's quick buy. You know you got all your stuff already in there. Just send it on, man. Just send it on. Which one did he get the other night? The yellow? Yeah, the yellow, right? When he called in.
Yep. Let's see. I'm trying to see who's live right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna see if
Olympic Techno Marine. Didn't know there was one out there. Cool.
Olympic?
Yeah, that's what Kenny just said. 2008 Olympic Techno Marine with interchangeable. Awesome. Oh, Rick wants some more Magnums. Talk to Vic. I'm sure he's got plenty he'd love to get rid of. He's not really a big fan.
Hey, he just unfriended you right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Hey, Christy.
Smith.
Too funny.
Hold up. All right, so I just found the chat. I'm gonna see if I can get people to come over.
Oh, okay. James, are you still here? I hadn't seen you in a minute. Mr. Hargraves was in early. Oh, was it too dark? Someone's turning on lights behind me. James, what's going on? Cool.
What's up, Mr. Hargraves?
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I just saw that on the news. It's embarking what, tomorrow? It's supposed to be there Monday, something like that. The one out of Norfolk, the hospital ship that they were doing a rehab on, and they got it ready to go earlier, and then I think LA got a ship today in LA.
All right, so I just sent the word out to see if this chat room will send the raid over.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're at so our numbers here in Georgia keep going up. I think we're at 2,100, and we've had a few more people pass away from it. So I don't think I don't know that we're quite over the hump just yet. So I don't think it's quite as bad as New York and California, but I think we're still a bit in the thick of it right now. So, but I don't know. Hopefully this package that everyone just signed today can make a difference. Like,
okay, so they're asking. Hold up. I got a response. So let me see. Let me see what they.
Yeah.
What they
Oh yeah, Kenny. We got our county or city. I think it was our county. They put us on restriction Wednesday, I think. Oh, really? You still having a lot of people out and about, Vic, in your area, which is crazy because I mean, New York is just getting shelter in place. Yeah. New York is just getting hammered. I mean, they're just it's pretty bad. So kind of crazy.
Okay. I just told him. I said, man, he's doing a live right now. He can't. He can't come to your channel.
Who's that?
Okay, I'm on a channel called Be the Difference Clothing. Joy,
Oh,
yeah, she's cold. So if you looked at my Instagram while I was doing the push-ups, that's what she challenged me to, like 10 push-ups at first and then to 100.
uh huh.
And I'm like, all right. So that's when I threw that. That's the only reason I threw that the push-up video up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
45,000 positives in New York. That's pretty bad.
45,000.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Queens is hit really hard. Purple Love. Hey,
Purple love in the building. What's happening?
hey. Wow.
Hey,
That's
so you know what's crazy about that is I was looking on what was I on? I was on network earlier today, and 57,000 people in Italy are affected, right? And I think
right.
they have like 7,500 deaths. And
Yeah.
then they show New York, Florida, and California as come like runners up. I'm like, man, that's crazy. Outside of China, of course.
Right.
I said, that's crazy. I
Are
just
we
need.
are we like old school WWE, WWF? Which one is it? I can't even keep track of them all now. What's all the wrestling ones? I know you watch them.
What, WWE?
Yeah. What was the ones? The old school ones? Was it?
It was WWF, and then you had
Okay.
WCW.
Okay.
But like now, they got so many. You
I
know what?
I
We got
can't
news
keep.
that one of the wrestlers, Roman Reigns, he was supposed to wrestle in WrestleMania. They still gonna do it. He said, "I'm
Right.
not coming." He said, "I'm not wrestling, dude." Nope. Because
Yeah.
I was just looking at there's celebrities are being affected.
Yeah.
The old school rapper Scarface, they said he had it and it about killed him. So
Yeah.
mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean, they're all talking about, the elderly and everything, but the lion's share of people affected are 65 and under. Now, I think we somewhere there was one infant death. I think that was the first one. Generally, until probably teens and everything hasn't been that big of a segment, but yeah, 20 to 55, 60. I mean, that's the big segment right now. Now, obviously not everyone is susceptible to the hardcore, but you know.
Ooh, okay, let's see. My
Oh
neighbor
wow.
got back from Italy and is quarantined. She is stranded there for ooh wee.
Right?
Jeez.
That's crazy.
She
Yeah, and
said
then yeah, quarantined. Yeah, I bet you yeah. Did I'm assuming if someone came from Italy that they probably tested her when she arrived, I would assume. But
yeah.
I mean, hopefully, I would say. I don't know. I mean, now I heard that one ship, one of the last ships that came back in on debarkation, like they just, and this was before everything really started cramping down, but they just let them get off the ship. Didn't test one. I mean, just not. I'm like, really? Uh, I don't know. I think there's probably. I mean, there's going to be lessons learned, obviously, um, and somebody was saying, why is it that Lysol is saying that, 5 ingredients or something like that, can attack, and work on the coronavirus, and somebody was saying that the COVID is actually a fairly common flu-like strain. It's just this happens to be number 19 and no one's experienced it yet. So it's the 19th strain is why it's unique. But there's other, you know, COVID strains out there that have been on,
Hey, John,
let me
I
get
think,
came
well,
up
of
here.
course, like my phone's been like blowing up all day about like different stuff that's coming out. They knew about it and stuff like that. The latest one I got was a movie that, well, actually, it was a sitcom or a series on Netflix called My Secret Terrace, I think it was. So
Okay.
it was a film that came out a couple years ago, and it was, I guess, the producer was from China, and all China actors, and it pretty much stated in episode, I want to say 2 or 3,
Hmm.
and 53 minutes into the show, it talks about the coronavirus, right? And it said, and it explained the coronavirus to the T as to what it's
Hmm.
doing right now. So what we do with this information, I mean, look, we in it, and I get it. I can't remember who I got that message from, but I say this with a certainty. Mankind has they have been writing books, they have been making movies about their demise, regardless of who made it or whatever the case was, because in this show it was talking about it's a weaponized virus.
Hmm.
It really don't matter, because at this point, if you created it, you just infected everybody in your area, and then for you know what, I still don't know if anybody from Russia got sick. I'm pretty sure there is, and you
Sure.
never know the actual number of how many people get sick because everybody's
No.
not reported. Those numbers
No.
are false.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if you've got some tightly controlled, state media, they're going to report. But even Italy, a lot of the people, a lot of the deaths, um, there were individuals that were dying before they even had a chance to test them, and they're not testing post mortem. So there's a good chance that the the mortality rate of it is a lot higher. They just didn't even get to the testing.
hey, Purple Love, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear
Oh
that. But I'll tell you what, I was just reading her comment. I'm
yeah,
gonna
I
tell
see
you
it.
what I do know is they're getting to the point where, and I heard this like straight from the president, they don't have enough masks for this stuff. And what happens when you're trying to treat somebody and you just don't, they're in capacity everywhere. If
Yeah.
they're using carnival ships to be like a makeshift triage, man, we in bad shape off top. We in bad shape. And there's gonna be a lot more people dying. Because if you think about it, if Italy had so many deaths, and that was like 4 days ago. I saw
Mm-hmm.
that news that they had 7,500. I'm pretty sure that they got probably 8,000 people probably died so far behind it. Dude, we about to get hit. I mean, that's point blank period. And I'm gonna tell you this: when I told you that we went to the store today and it was an adventure, people still don't take it serious, man. There was a guy walked in, he was like, look, and I said he didn't cover up or nothing, and he just looked at everybody like we crazy. I said, man, you should be arrested, man. I don't know what you got, bro. Like you
Mm-hmm.
coming with the Walking Dead virus, man, coughing on everybody. Like arrest this dude, get him up
Mm-hmm.
out of here. You know what I'm saying? I had my mask on. I'm gonna put the picture up too. DC sent it to all our family. They said, look at this dude. I had my ski mask on with a filter underneath it. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
playing with things at all.
Yeah. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
yeah, the lack of concern on not everyone, but there's enough of a dumbassery out there to make a difference, and it's just like, well, I'm not going to get sick, or if I get sick, I'll be down for a day and I'll be fine. It's just like, but you don't know who you're infecting. You
Right.
know, I mean, it's like, and I hate to say this, but until some of these idiots, get grandma sick or something like that, and it starts impacting them directly, then they may take it seriously. But even that's probably not gonna, they'll blame it on someone else. Oh yeah, no, that was D&Q. What's up?
Yeah.
You're
Yep.
we're still waiting on the next video, by the way. Not saying anything, but
Not saying anything. Look,
time, let's go. See, I took mine off when I didn't put it back on.
that's all right. I got you, fam.
Yeah.
Got you covered, battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I'll
waiting on you.
I'll get smitten when she comes back in from taking the dog out to throw me down one somewhere.
Just take one, it no matter what it is.
Just grab something. As long as it doesn't have a date window on it, I can turn it on and be safe.
Right. Because whoop, whoop, is in the
Yep.
building.
Be on me. Yeah.
So there was a lady at the supermarket by my house. She went in and screamed, I have the corona, and purposely went through coughing all over. 35. Man, I wish somebody had a BB gun, shot her right in the throat. Screaming corona.
You wouldn't have made it around the $35,000 worth of food because I'd have been knocking you out. I don't care if you are a lady. That's ridiculous. Got arrested. Yeah, there you go.
Terrorist.
Awesome. Yeah, well they should because that's just ignorance on a level that's like, I mean, unbelievable. I mean, to do that and to think that it's even remotely funny is just, I don't know. I mean, I'm sorry, but there's so many people that have such a lack of respect for life that it's just absolute. Been busy, busy, busy. You already recorded it. It's already in the can. You just got to do a couple splices, and you're good.
I'm
Come
laughing
on now.
I'm laughing at Mr. Hargraves, man. He said, chuck him in the head with a can of corn, dude.
Right? Exactly.
Hey, this is a true story. My brother, this was years ago, man. Back in the late 90s, my brother was a security guard and he didn't have a gun or anything like that. All he had was a flashlight. He said a dude came in here to rob the store and all he can find was a can of beans, man. He said he hit the guy in the head. He ended up getting fired.
Oh my God.
Knocked the dude out, man, with a can of beans. He came home and told me that, man, I was crying laughing, man.
Watermelon? No, man, I would not waste a watermelon on her. I'd go to the cooking aisle and go get me a friggin' rolling pin and just start practicing friggin' MLB or MLB 2018, man, going for the fences.
Man, get him up out of here. This is a bad time to be playing, man. People are doing they're playing dangerous games right now. They don't understand. Like I said, my brother, he's up in East Chicago, and he was telling me that there's people out there practicing this Walking Dead thing. They walk around like they zombies, like they're attacking people. I said, dude, that's a quick way to get shot.
Mm-hmm.
That's a quick way to get shot. You come up and you'll face this figure. You like, next. Mm-hmm. I'm not playing with you.
Yeah,
I'm not playing with you. Mm-mm. There's an 8:00 curfew in Philly.
Wow, yeah.
Give me special. Okay. I get home. I work 10 to 7. Well, you making that moolah.
Yeah.
You making moolah. I hope you're safe though, bro. As safe as possible.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, with all things considered, especially as much cardboard as you guys go through. And what is it? Cardboard it'll live 3 days?
Oh yeah.
On cardboard. Let me tell you, Home Depot goes through some cardboard, buddy. I've run that baler in the back, and you can pull a pallet size bale every 2-3 days maybe. I mean, it's astounding how much cardboard. Um, the next big watch on the radar
Here's the radar.
mm, is what?
I just said the radar. I just threw something out there. What
What, honey?
the crazy thing is,
Oh yeah, that Punisher Venom. That one's definitely high on the list right there. The new Marvel Venom.
man, dude, like I want all the
Hmm.
Venoms that come out. Yeah, I seen a picture. Oh my gosh. Hey, did you get a chance to see the Joker and the Batman C Hunter 50 millimeter?
No,
Yeah,
who
they
had
got
it?
50 millimeter C Hunter. One has the Batman on it, and then the other one has the Joker. Somebody posted the Joker, but I saw the Batman on Invicta Group website.
Oh, that okay. Not it's like a Gen 3
Yeah,
Sea
it's the one
Hunter. Yeah,
with the spinning dial. They got the rotors that spin.
oh, okay, that one. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah. No, I hadn't
yeah,
seen that one.
yeah, I saw that one. Wait a minute, somebody
Yeah,
meant.
we do the exact same thing, James. I go out, I have like 3 boxes of nitrile gloves. I go out, pick up the box, open it up, dump the contents onto the table after I spray the box, take everything, put it in the garage, and then come back in and wash my hands. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's crazy. So
Help me find DC Comics The Flash. Flash and what? What variation?
yeah. Which one? Because there's been what? I don't know, 3 or 4 at least.
Because let me know because there's people right now trying to purge their collection.
Oh, really?
Any? Just any? Okay. All right. Will do. I'll let you. Oh shoot, Mr. Hargrave, since I got you here, um, I'm gonna get you that list, man. I got a hit. There's 3 people that want hats. One of which I said I was gonna get for him. But the other 2, they got to get it their way. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was supposed to get with you, man. I've been forgetting, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know what? The joke is nice, and I know everybody's. I mean, there's gonna be some people that complains about the character collection that's coming up. But again, Invicta has so much stuff, so many different collections. I'm like, dude, you ain't have to pay attention to it. Now I
Yeah.
will say this. Um, when they show stuff on Shop HQ, they can look at a watch and promote that watch for a long period of time, and you're like, okay, I'm ready for the next one. They normally do that, and like you shouldn't have to explain this, but they normally do that because people are tuning in at different times. You know what I'm saying? And if they just showed it for like let's say 5 minutes and they go about their business, that next person is coming in. You know, people come in every 15 to 20 minutes.
Hmm.
Somebody has been and missed it. You know, they can break the segments up. I think honestly, but for the most part, man, if you don't like it, just keep it moving. You know,
Yeah. I,
it is
I
what it
I
is.
will. Yeah. I will say the other night with the Magnum graffitis uh, was a bit much. I mean, that was literally almost 2 straight hours with
Yeah,
almost no break, and that was a bit much. I mean, yeah, I mean they're really cool to look at and everything, but you really, yeah, exactly. You really got to break them up because that was definitely on the um yeah, that was a bit much.
yeah. I
Hey,
think
Christy, can you bring me that Punisher Grand Octane? It's sitting in the bedroom. I'll put that
I
on.
think I think a half hour, show something else for another half hour, come, you know what I'm saying, repeat, you know what I'm saying, and then do a top of the hour and stuff like that. But 2 straight hours of that, like I got off the chat for a bit. I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
I did too. I think I actually, I mean, I just got so tired. I think I started napping during part of it because I was just like, I mean, yeah, are the watches really cool? Yeah, I mean, but it there's only so much. Even I couldn't sit there and talk about the same three watches for 2 straight hours. I mean, there's only so many details you can talk about. I mean, it's just
it's too much.
yeah, just give it a rest. Like you say, open the show with it. Do 15, 20 minutes, do 5 or 6 other watches, then come back to it again. 20 minutes later, and kind of just break it up. I mean, yeah, that was a bit intense.
I got you,
They have
bro.
so many of the. Yeah. Okay. All right. I got mine's coming.
So that's what we doing. That's the move right now. So I
Huh?
got to follow my battle buddy. Let me see. They have so many of them wanting to get rid of ASAP. Hey, you know what, Mr. Hargraves? When it comes to retail right now, they're going to sit like right now, the next month. Of course, they're not going to meet their numbers because a great deal of people, I mean, they can't buy. It's a
Right.
lot of people on the shelf right now because they're not
Yeah.
working. And that unemployment check, that's just giving you just the bare minimum just to live. And then we don't even know if we're getting that stimulus check. They said by May. Nobody's buying anything right now. So when I saw that they
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you're direct deposit, I don't think it's going to take that much for the first one. It should probably hit sometime in April, especially if they've got a direct deposit account on you, and they
yeah,
don't have to send you a paper check. It's probably going to be fairly quick. Now, I mean,
I
relatively
think
speaking, but
most people have a direct deposit. I think it's like because it's not even a definite number on what you're supposed to be getting. Like because the Democrats were saying like they didn't want to give, they was holding it up, whatever. The
yeah.
Republicans like, hey, look, let's make it 15 to 2,000. Give them that, and Republicans, I mean, Democrats, like they were going back and forth. So it's not even decided like an actual number.
Yeah,
Like
I mean, I think it is now that it's signed. I don't think it's an actual number, but it's an actual formula. So like
formula.
yeah, they're going off. I think it's yeah, taxes. If you've done your taxes direct deposit,
Oh
um, and I think they're going off of 2018 returns based on how much you claimed, and then there's a formula to figure it out.
man, Vic be killing me, man. Hold on, let me see.
You're going too fast. I can't focus. Not
Can you
yet.
see?
Not yet. Uh, no,
Can you see it? Hold on.
no. Let's see.
Where the heck it go?
There we go. See, I'm good. I'm good, Vic.
Hold up, let me see. Let me cut this light off real quick.
Yeah, you might be. I have to tilt it away from my TV monitor because it gets too much glare. It's actually the glare from your phone causes a problem too.
Well, list the 27. How about that?
What in the world? What was that, like a jeweler's loop or something on your eye?
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. But he got the police cars out.
Yeah,
I know they
with, with
petty, bro. I'm telling you, they real petty around here.
with a hammer too, man.
I know, man.
Like
Man, but
he's gonna drag you out of the car and just beat you, man.
I see,
Just
man.
right there on the spot.
Johnny, what's up, young man? How can I help you? What about? I, I know. Did you not just hear me say that? We were talking about WWE just a minute ago. My son's upset because Roman Reigns isn't wrestling.
Yeah, well, he's one of the smart ones. That's all I can say.
True, that's facts. Yeah, you don't want to wrestle and mess around, and get sick, and then
Yeah.
mess. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you know what? Did you guys know that Roman Reigns did? He had leukemia, so he got that.
Oh yeah, well, he's probably taking all kinds of Yeah, no, I would. If I was him, I wouldn't get nowhere near it.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Uh-uh.
I'll be cool. I don't have anything wrong with me, and I still, like I said, today was
Well,
an adventure.
are we sure? Are you sure? You sure you don't have anything wrong?
I don't think I do. I think I tasted that one. Hey, somebody bring me the LifeStyle.
Hold on, I gotta get that one back down. Whew, that was close. Almost had some Gallagher action on the front row, man.
Man, for real, man. Oh my god.
Uh,
Oh no. When she said one cough is all y'all
one cough. All right.
Hey man. Purple Love said one cough is all you get. After that, man, I got to cut you.
I will adhere to the one cough. And no, Pepsi does not. Yeah.
That's crazy. Said Pepsi don't cause that.
The elixir of the gods right there. That's all I got to say.
Hey,
right there.
Hey, Vic, are you a Pepsi man?
Yeah. See that.
Hey, look at Mr. Hargraves like, nope.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
From a distance, like not right up on it, just kind of just back a little bit, just just kind of air bump it.
Hey, Purple. So check this out. I had sent the message to John and Vic earlier. This guy coughed, and everybody kind of looked, but it was a lady. It was a little old black lady. She had a mask on. She dipped off like this. She cut out. She said, "I'm done. I want nothing else in this store." Just left. Man, I laughed, but then I'm looking at him, and he's looking at everybody else like, "What's your problem?" Like, you don't realize what's going on. You in here coughing, and then even none of this. Not even that. I mean, even if you did like this or something, that dude was like, I said, "No, man, that's a sick cough."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I've heard allergy, sniffing and something like that, but I mean, come on.
Hey, you know what? I was talking to my cousin about like zombies, and I understand that this is like fictional, but let's just say, for the sake of saying, who's to say if we did have zombies, they would move slow? You remember that movie 28 Days Later?
Oh, that one and World War Z with Brad Pitt. Those things were moving. They were on it. Like they got supercharged or something. I'm like, damn. It's like you go from The Walking Dead. They're like, stumbling, barely moving. So, I mean, they're like friggin' Usain Bolt going across the damn street. I'm like, Jesus.
So who's to say the zombies will move slow? Like
right?
Hey man, when I saw that World War Z, I said, "Oh man, them zombies ain't playing." Those zombies in 28 Days Later weren't playing either.
Yeah.
Those things, man.
Even I Am Legend.
Oh yeah. Oh no, see, yeah, nope.
Yeah. They were pretty quick.
But I remember what was that? What was that drug that people was using? Bath salts.
Oh yes.
They were just eating flesh. I said, oh my gosh.
Mm-mm.
But you know what? When I used to be a tow guy, like repo man, and I came across somebody that was high, like high. I'm getting this car, and I came across this guy with a pop. I mean, hard as I could. And he just took it. I said, "Oh, he owns something. I'm gonna have to shoot this guy."
Right?
I mean, dude.
Yeah. I mean, you get bath salts, friggin' PCP, man. Those go down hard, man.
Purple love. Hey man, people comments, man. Purple, you crazy.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
that
I'm
was
saying,
good.
yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go.
Yeah, allergy season, especially down here. Like I think today our pollen count was like 3,200 something. I mean, just like off the charts. So, I mean, if whatever's in the air right now is affecting you, yeah, it's on like Donkey Kong down here, man. It is crazy. It hit 88 degrees today. I was when I did my walk at 4 o'clock. It was 88 when I left the house. It was hot. I was like, I
Okay,
drank I drank almost half my Camelback.
here's the deal: is there's information being put on the internet that Corona can't survive in 80-degree weather, but it's affecting places that's hot. So like, I don't get that.
Well, that's an air-to-air transmission, but if you're close enough and you go person to person, that it's not going to die in that short distance.
Okay. So
So
okay, so air to air is not surviving if it like if I coughed out, it's like it still got a time period on it.
there's a time period, but it's shortened up a lot. And
Okay.
then the same thing on surfaces. I mean, it's cooking it down there, and yeah, 94 in Cape Coral. Yeah, that's pretty
Woo!
warm, man. Yeah,
Well, that's
yeah,
smoking right there, boy.
yeah,
Well, they
yeah.
can
It was pretty warm today.
discriminate. Allergies, corona, flu. I'll take all the checks. Kid, you crazy. You crazy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, man. And I'm not looking forward because I have hay fever bad, man. So like this
do
is
you?
yeah, man. This like it
Yeah.
started with my skin first. Like this my skin started peeling and stuff, man. Look crazy. So like I have to keep like saturating my hands with lotion and stuff and try.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
rough.
Christy and Megan have pretty bad allergies. It usually doesn't affect me that much, other than just if it's just the sheer volume gets to the point that it'll kind of just clog me with just sheer volume. But knock on wood, we've been here 20, I don't know, 20 some years, and it hasn't hit me yet. So I'm hoping that. But yeah, it hits Christy and Megan pretty hard. So
It's no
yeah,
joke. That
nope.
is no joke.
So I don't know. Crazy.
You know what? I didn't even ask. I meant to ask that question to Ryan. Is will they ever bring the radar back? And if they would they bring it in different variations and like pro divers or like any other models? Because I actually like that design. Thought that was pretty decent little design. Well, maybe it didn't do well.
Oh, okay. So when it's hotter and the air is either thinner, or if it's more humid and there's a heaviness to actually bring the droplets down, that's when it's hitting the ground and you're not getting the spread as far.
Um,
That makes
More
sense.
humid. Okay.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't get the radar. I wanted to. It just at the time it came out, I wasn't able to move on it. And when I was able to get it, they were gone.
I passed on it. I like the design. I think it's pretty cool.
You
But
didn't like the movement.
the movement was putting me off a little bit. But it was more. I was I'd gotten to that point that I was wanting to try and slow down some. So if it wasn't something that just, knocked me over, and probably around that time I was picking up some heritage. So, you know,
Oh,
those heritage kind of add up.
got
Like I
yeah.
know there's like what, four of them out right now. I haven't even looked at the last four. So you had the Venom hybrid that was on the ship. You got the the Russian diver, the the Sabaquinoma 3 with mother of pearl, the oh, what was the other one? Oh, Bolt Zeus with I think mother of pearl in it. Yeah. 2021 for heritage. Yeah, I hear you.
It's gonna be a big heritage year for me, I think.
All right, James, go do your papaw thing, man.
Okay, yeah. Catch you later.
Yeah, appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah, so I think if they, you know what, I would like to see them put the if they brought the radar back, put that Salida 500 in there. I think that'd be nice. He did that.
Mm,
That one
you
right there.
could. You'd have to move everything because right now, what the radar is at the 3 o'clock.
Yeah,
Um, so you'd either have to move it over to the 9 o'clock or flip it to a lefty. If you flipped it to a lefty, you could put it there. It'd be right between the 3 and 4 o'clock. And then depending on, the weight balance, shouldn't be that bad. I think it's already disc and most there's disc configuration out there. So yeah, you could probably do it. Um, yeah, you could probably do that.
now let me ask you this: does the 500 have a smooth the sweep as the 200 in
Hmm.
that smaller dial?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
the hardest thing about a 500 of looking at it is because the sub dial that has your constant running seconds is right there at the 9, and it's so small that sometimes it's just actually hard to actually get a sense of the sweep that you would otherwise. So, I mean, if you really, like, I mean, I think I did one of the videos where I get really close. If you can get really close, you can kind of see that it's moving smooth. But I mean, it's just a much smaller. I mean, it's a sub dial, so you just don't have the overarching, big second hand that really gives you the indication. So
Yeah,
2021, big Magnum year, as opposed to 2018, 2019, 2020.
right, right. You know what, John? I ignore comments like that. Matter of fact, here, let me drop the band hammer.
You're gonna delete that comment. Just crush it out.
I was about to block it. I was about to block it too. Like, I'm gonna block you.
Oh God, that's funny. Uh, now
so,
you upset.
so let me ask you this: what well, we already know what's coming out. What would you want to see though, John? Like, what other watches would you like to see Invicta bring out?
I mean, I know I'm not going to get an ETA movement or a Valjoux, basically, because I mean they're not releasing them. So I I did hear Ryan say they got some more 150s coming out. I would like to see if they could come up with I mean, I'm not opposed to a Z60. I mean, it's a decent movement, but I think it kind of gets overplayed. But instead of putting in like I don't know, a Myota or Miota or something like that, I mean, go with like an 80-40 in. I love the snapback. That's a good one. The 50-50C is a good one. Um, on some of the watches that like to change up the Magnum, don't put a Z60 in a 1042, but you could still go with like I'd be curious to see because you've got limited real estate down to 6. If you move it up, you could always turn it on its side. You might be able to turn it. You might get an 80-40 in there. Should be able to get a 50-50 in there.
And what a Magnum.
Yeah, in a Magnum, just to change up the look of it. I mean, I would love to get a couple more Magnums with some autos in the main dial. I mean, the sub dial, the mini dial. I don't think it's possible. It's just too small. Um, so I mean, I'd be fine. Now that would be a combination. 1042 on the mini and a Ronda R150 in a Magnum.
Yeah. Now,
And then put a nice clean dial in it, like a meteorite or something, something that really shows off the dial.
correct me if I'm wrong, bro. When we were in that Q&A, I believe somebody asked about Rhonda, and of course he
Mm-hmm.
told him what he said. But
Mm-hmm.
I want to say somebody mentioned a Valjoux, and I don't know if it was in the Q&A or if it was just in general conversation up on the deck.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that they have something else in place of that. Or maybe he was referring to the Salida 200. I'm not sure. I don't know if they were going to do something because they do. There's other companies that have a Valjoux type movement right now,
Mm-hmm.
in-house, of course. Some other companies. I don't
Right.
know if Invicta. Of course, they're not. A lot of companies don't mess with Invicta like that. They
Yeah.
don't really mess with him. If they did, they would charge him a lot. But I don't know.
Oh,
I would.
sub 5 with the 500. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I'm waiting. So they're definitely. I can't imagine that they're not going to do a heritage in a Magnum. I just don't see it not happening. That's almost a given. If you're going to do that, you're going to need. So a heritage needs to be Swiss made. So you definitely have to go Ronda, or you could go Salida. But the problem is combining. It's the smaller dial. You would have to go with a Ronda to get the Swiss piece of it, and then if you're going to do that, you might as well go with the 150 instead of mixing manufacturers. So I'd say if they do a heritage, it would be a Ronda R150 with a 1042, and then you could do like the early heritage is not tuxedo. I mean, no, it is tuxedo with just like the vertical lines. It's not guilloche inspired. Um,
No, Vic, not yet. Okay, so the cooler that I think uh, this time frame that we're going through right now kind of pushed that back. To be honest, I'll text and see if I get an answer or not. But I doubt they bring that. If they bring that a cooler out, man, I mean that'd be crazy. It may hit the store before it hit anything else. Because
yeah.
I've actually been in touch with some of the managers down in Florida in some of those stores, man, and just like, hey, what's you got this in stock or whatever? They're like, nope. So I thought they were gonna bring that Magnum that just came out. I thought they were gonna bring that to the stores because I talked to somebody there, text somebody there, and they was like, no, we don't have it yet. Because that
Hmm.
was actually on the website for about maybe dang near 2 months. So I don't know. I haven't heard anything else about the cooler.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, that 7751, check my math, but I believe that's an ETA, and I don't think it's gonna make a comeback in Invicta.
Nope.
He's not gonna touch ETA right now. I
Yeah.
mean, when they pulled everything back and started playing games with their movement releases, they pretty much shut down ETA. So if you've got an ETA, either an A07, 7751, any of those, yeah, everything is all Swatch. Everything. They're not touching anyone outside. And when they do, they piecemeal it and play games with the pricing and yeah.
Now they the beginning of this year, that actually the other company got such a bad rep right now. Um, they were putting out like trash movements and still charging like high prices and stuff like that. And
Hmm.
these sellers were pushing these watches, and they knew what was going on, and a lot of people got burned on that, man. Because yeah, I think in some of those movements, some of those watches, these companies are charging about $7,000 in the buck. And you getting a movement that's worse than a VD53, or about the same, the equivalence of a VD53, and you paying $7,000 to $8,000, or even up to $20,000. Oh yeah, it was some people got
Mm-mm.
blamed on. So like right now, um,
Yeah.
it's not. Yeah, that's not. They not fooling with it. Let's just
No.
watch, like you said, bro. They not moving.
No. Yeah. They. Yeah. He pretty much kiboshed that whole collaboration with them. And I think that's especially once Rhonda came out with that 150, and their partnership with Rhonda has already been established. Because they helped design and develop the Z60 price point on that X-wing.
Hey, you know what? That's gonna be interesting because I'm pretty sure he's gonna be conscious of how, like I was talking to John earlier, retail is gonna be in such an array for right now for the next few months. Everybody trying to get back into the swing of things. So, like
Hmm.
I'm looking at retailers right now, like I'm just stating for Indiana, they have cut and reduced so much stuff, man. They're like, okay, here, this watch used to be, or these shoes used to be $200. We got a sale right now for $98. You know what I'm saying? And you take it and go about your business. They trying to get stuff off the shelf, so that'll be real interesting to see. The X-wing may have just think about the Sub 7 last night. That
Yeah.
was a sweet price. I was like, man, I wish I could have got one of them suckers, man. So I don't know.
Yeah. That was. I'd say definitely under 300. I'd say probably around the 279 mark, ish. Right in there is probably what they're going to go for. Yeah, Salida 500 and Valju. Um, yeah, because I mean, Salida was actually weren't they like like a sub company? There was some relationship between ETA and Salida somehow, and I can't remember the history out off the top of my head, but that's how some of the movements between those two are so close, um, is because of past history. Um, because Salida has been making them for a long time, but they hadn't been making movements as their own company. Like it was about what, maybe 30, 40 years, maybe 50 years at the most, that they've been an independent company operating. So um, I don't know. I mean, personally, like I say, I like the 500 movement. It's a good movement. It's a bulky movement. Anything that you put it in is going to have some mass. I mean, even if you look at like I've got that Punisher Pro Diver. I mean, the thickness on that thing is pretty substantial because the amount of layers that you had to put in it of mechanics to actually drive the constant running seconds, and then have a whole about 3 or 4 layers of movements just for the chronograph function, thickens that guy up a lot. What's that? I just drew a blank. Um, it's a company that takes someone else's movement and then adds a chronograph to it. You know what I'm talking about?
And what company does that?
Yeah.
I can't think.
I can picture the watch in my head, and I cannot think of the name of it. It's
Hmm. I can't think, bro.
It'll come to me. Um. Oh, it's killing me now. Now it's killing me.
I can't think. What? Okay, so the question is, what company takes a movement, pre-existing movement, and they add a chronograph to it?
It's almost like in automotive, you buy a Mustang and then you send it to Roush, and then you get a Roush Mustang back. Same principle, except it's with watch movement, and they add it on top. Killing me, killing me.
Okay, so the chrono at the top. Hmm.
No, no, that's not.
And yeah, I don't think the Soul adds theirs at the top.
Mm,
I think the Soul normally do theirs at the 9 and the 6 o'clock and the 3. I don't think they ever went up top. Is it a watch company or a movie?
movement. As soon as I see it, I'll know it.
While he's searching for that, I'm
Yeah,
not sure if it did something that I wasn't supposed to do. That I said I refuse to do anymore. But upon my research today through watches, I came across an Invicta channel, well, a channel talking about Invicta. And this guy mentioned that Invicta has been ripping companies off, which in turn he said they've been ripping off Rolex, of course, with one I guess the newest specialty that just came out, uh, looks like a Daytona. Of course, the Pro Diver being a homage to the Submariner, and then I forgot the last example, but it was still a Rolex. No, the other one was a Seiko, pretty much. And if you guys seen that, Invicta just did a Pro Diver that's on a actual leather strap, and it has it's the thick leather strap. And I listened to it, and I said, okay, you got some points because he showed that they do look similar, and these watches, Rolex had these watches already. I said, okay, I see that. Yep, Invicta did. They ripped off the design or whatever you want to call it. But then the thing that just got me was when he said, all right, I know the Invicta fanboys are gonna get me. Please, you guys get your thesauruses out and spell check because they're gonna be leaving stuff in the comments. And I said, Trap, I told you not to do this. I told you not to look, and I did it. I left a comment. I left a comment on his page.
oh
Very,
man.
it wasn't a nasty comment. It was a nasty comment.
No, but
If you guys,
coming back at you, you're gonna get a world of shit coming back at you.
you know what? I look
Like,
at it. Remember when I told you this, John? It's
mm,
back. It was a movie back in the day that we looked at. It's called CD4, right? Studio Gangsters. There's so many people on this here YouTube that will sit behind the keyboard and be like, "Yeah, you're an idiot. You're stupid. You're this. You're never amount to nothing. You like Invicta. You suck like the rest of the world." And the only thing I'm gonna tell you this because it's up. If you guys want to look at it, it's I can't remember the name. Is Jury the time teller or something like that. I said at the very end of this, I said, well, I don't think it's fair that you attack people and talk about, Invicta fans because they are intelligent. I said, and besides that, you're talking about people that's collecting Invicta, and what do you have on your arm? A Pro Diver. And I just left it at that. I didn't say anything else after that, and I left it. I said, okay. So I walked away from this channel, and I know that when I'm looking and researching from here, I'm not even going to engage because it don't make any sense to engage with these people
yeah.
because at the end of the day, there's not a person. Well, it may be one or two people out there stupid enough to do it, but the average person is not going to come up to you and do exactly what they say on these comments. Some people say,
No.
man, Invicta people need to be slapped in the mouth. do it. Do it. And I mean, even if you don't fight me, you don't necessarily got to fight back. But I'm like, you know what? I'm pressing full charges. I want you to go to jail and be taken away from your family. I want you to lose your job, all that over a watch.
Mm-hmm.
E Slinger. That's
No,
ain't that a magazine?
no. Um,
Lethargy. Yeah.
oh, Lagardo. No, it's the Lagardo, the one where the leather goes underneath the watch itself. Isn't that a Lagardo strap?
Yeah, that's what that new pro diver that just came out automatic. It looks just like I mean identical to the Seiko. They're just jealous. They don't have family.
Yeah,
That's true. That's true. But
yeah.
it's not a lot of people right now spending $10,000 to $20,000 on a watch. I
Mm,
mean, the people that's trying to save up, I know a police officer here in Annapolis. He saved up to get him a Rolex, and it took him a minute. He got it, and me and him had a conversation. I mean, he real cool dude. He said, "Well, you know what? I got the watch, and it's sort of lackluster." He said, "I got it, and a lot of people don't even know it's a Rolex. I walk in and I'm strutting my stuff, and people look like, 'Hey, how you doing? It's a nice watch.'" And he like, "Nice watch, dude. I paid $15,000 for this watch. What you mean, nice watch? This was a Rolex, bro." I was like, "See, I told you."
mm-hmm.
And he
Yeah,
he told me, he said, "Yeah, man. He said every time I'm around you, man, people always like grabbing your arm and they want to know what you got on your wrist and stuff like that." And I said, "Bro, I don't do it for the attention. I love the bigger watches. I like Invicta.
yeah.
Like that's it, man. It's not for like a certain status. It's just, well, I guess in this expression for me.
Well, yeah,
But
that's the thing. I mean, it's an expression of who you are. It has nothing to do with.
yeah, I tell you what though, what's that say? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on,
Uh,
I'm gonna see if I can jog your memory, jog mine. Cause I think I know what you're talking about, but I'm not.
yeah. When I get it, I'm just gonna beat myself over the head because I'm gonna be like, why couldn't you remember this? It's not
Oh,
Val's Dubois Duprat. Found it.
me too.
Okay, it's.
I
Did
got
you
a list.
find?
All of them listed right here.
So it's Duprat. That.
Okay.
So what they do is they take a standard movement. Like I see one they somebody found it was a man of war Swiss made Dubois Duprat DD 2055 automatic chronograph GMT blah 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 blah. Yeah, that well, see that
Hmm.
right there. So it's so what they do is they take a regular standard automatic movement, just a standard three hand, and then they add a chronograph to it or
Hmm.
GMT or whatever it is they're going to do. But they take a standard movement and then they add to it.
Hmm.
Okay, I feel better now. I was twitching there for a little bit. That was killing me. And I knew it was like a two word. Yeah, I know. I went down that rabbit hole hard. I passed Alice on the way because I was going hard. Yeah, that was pretty bad. But yeah, that I would love to get one of those. They're definitely in the pricey range. Like I think the cheapest I've ever seen a watch that had one of the in there. It's like 1200,
Um,
1800. I mean, you're going to throw down for a Dubois. I mean, just flat out. But yeah.
you know what?
Okay, I feel better now. All right.
I want to I want to update that, man. I hate the strap. I love the watch. Just that Venom Pro Diver,
Oh, the Pro. Okay.
the Venom. I just
Yeah.
hate the strap. I mean, I hate
That
that, man.
that paper chip. The paper. Yeah. The
I
potato
hate.
chip. Yeah.
I
I'm not.
hate it.
I'm not a fan either. Is
I'm
it a
like,
standard? Is it a 47 millimeter?
yeah, yep.
You
But
could. You could probably even. I mean, it's going to cost you probably more than what the watch is worth. But you could go with a reserve with like the double screw reserve bracelet on a Pro Diver. You could definitely go all the way up to that. It's got so the Pro Divers that first came out with the Ronda R150, the inaugurals,
yeah,
they had the class with the dual deployant, and it
yeah,
has like the emblem in the middle with the reserve logo, and it folds on top of each other.
yeah.
That's a 47 Pro Diver. I
I would
bet
do
I
that.
bet I bet the brace is probably $200.
Mm,
Mm.
yeah, but I'm not. You know what? I'm not into adding too many more pieces right now, man. Even when we get back to normal, I do want to get that X-wing distressed. I want to
Hmm.
see what I definitely, most definitely want to get that Venom, but it'll only have to. I can only get one, maybe two, maybe two. That Punisher, I definitely want to get that Punisher because I really like the design on that one.
Yeah,
Uh,
that one's probably the most unique Punisher I've seen to date.
yeah,
Even that the skeletonized SAS on with the automatic that they did
yeah,
was really cool. But this one I think is even has a more interesting design, and it has it's like layers of skeletonization. Good God, like all bleached out or something.
yeah. He bleached out.
I'm like I look more cracker than a cracker right now.
I'm dumb.
I got saltine written all over me, man. Holy crap. Oh, there we go.
Done, bro.
Thank you, honey. You
Done.
know what it
Done.
is? It's my monitor on this TV's on is what's causing the brightness. That's what's causing it. Uh, it's just way too bright. Sure.
You know what? I've always thought that this was a pro diver. It's actually a grand diver.
Which one?
The Star Wars piece. Although
Oh, the Star Wars piece.
my camera froze on this end for some reason.
You're not frozen on my end.
It's crazy. So for me to look at it, it's froze.
Oh, okay.
But like I got this secondary, and I see I'm moving still.
You Invicta for life. Yeah. I mean, I've got I've got other watches. Um Oh, is that R2D2? I think Christy I got the
Yeah,
same one. Yeah. I mean, I've got 3 Citizen Echo drives and I mean, I've got that Hamilton from Men in Black 2 And then I've got some older watches that probably half the batteries are dead in them because I just don't pay attention to them anymore. But I've got some older fossils that I had from way back in the day, like back in the 80s and stuff. Um, I actually have a fossil. It's kind of interesting. It's aluminum.
Mm.
Like the whole it's like super light. It's like titanium light because the bracelet case, everything is all aluminum.
Okay, so I went and dug into the crates yesterday, and I
Mm,
went into my army bag that I got in storage, and I forgot I even had this watch. Let me see if you can see it. So now I'm going off my secondary screen, so there's the delay. So I don't know if you guys can see it that good.
hmm It's a little blurry, but
Hold on, let me see. So it's a limited edition. It's a tag,
oh, okay.
leather strap, automatic.
Oh yeah, the yeah, she's got a Movado museum in black.
This is called the Link edition.
Okay.
I bought this watch, man, and it was probably like my first expensive watch.
hmm
And you see, it's been in storage. I had this thing in storage since 2010, and I just pulled it out. I was like, I forgot I even had the watch.
Is it quartz or mechanical?
It's mechanical.
Is it okay?
Yeah. Like I said, the most expensive watch in like, bro, hold up. Let me do a comparison real quick. I know this
Hmm.
is a character watch, man, but like just look at the comparison in size, bro. Like,
Well, and just the uniqueness of the design. I mean, like when you said that was a tag, it could have been almost anything from that period of time. I mean, they all looked, the lug system where the strap connects was always the same. It was always, the prong with the edge. And I mean, they all looked so much the same. I mean, I kind of stopped really buying watches for the longest time because they all just got sort of boring to me at a certain point. It was like, okay, it's just all the same. And then when I came across Invicta, I was like, oh wow. Yeah, yeah,
man,
yeah. I know what you mean,
I can't do it, bro.
right? Yeah, I mean, it's like you wear this, Grand Octanes and all this other stuff, and you get used to that, and you put some 33 millimeter classic watch on, you're like, man, I can't even read that thing. It's like, is it even on? I mean, it's like, yeah, like if I can't turn my wrist and feel a watch on me, it's like, what do I got on? Other than like a now that Army titanium. Uh-oh. I think Trap hit the wrong button. Oh my God. Hold on. Flying solo here. So, but yeah, I mean it's crazy. I mean, after a couple years of all the different styles from Bolt to Pro Divers to Magnums to Venoms to Cordubas to, I mean, he dropped out of the feed. I don't know where he went. I think he went to try and fix something and knocked himself out. So let me. I'm waiting. There's a bar down below. I'm waiting for him to come back into the feed, and I'll pop him back in. But he dropped out of my feed too. So, um, but I mean that's some of the fun of you know Invicta is the fact that there's just so much uniqueness that anyone and everyone can find something that suits their style. Oh, internet buffering. Okay. Yeah, I lost you in the feed altogether too, man. So You may want to go across. You may go talk to your neighbor and tell him to quit running Netflix so hard. You're killing your stream. But oh my god, that's so wrong, dude.
All right.
All right, I got you again.
It was buffering so bad on my end. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, I thought you were trying to fix your jitter, and all of a sudden it was like boom, you were gone again. I was like, oh.
What you say? Hey, John, could you imagine if you and I search Crap's house, we find hidden? You can't find nothing hidden. If you're looking for watches, that is. Now, now. Well, you know what? You could find some watches. I got like 20 watches in my storage facility. I'll never
Mm,
wear them again ever. I just can't. Just don't, man. Like, mm-mm.
yeah.
I had, you know what? I had a Rolex before. Um, I bought when I was overseas. It was like some little entry level Rolex. It was a $1,200 piece.
Hmm.
Like, I got back. Nobody knew what it was unless I told them. Nobody. I said, "It's a Rolex." They was like, "For real?" I said, "Yeah." Somebody ended up stealing it anyway. They broke in my car and stole it. And I was like, "Oh well, whatever." I never. I mean, if
Mm-mm.
I was rich, I'm talking about millions of dollars, man. There's no way that I would invest in Rolex because I'm just not interested in that design, man. Like, there's nothing
No.
about Rolex that's telling me, even with the diamonds, that's
Yeah.
saying, "Hey, buy me."
Yeah.
You
My
know,
father-in-law had one, and it never even crossed my mind that I was even remotely interested in it. It's just like, eh.
you
Christy
know.
says you might find some purses laying around. Maybe DC's got some purses hidden.
Oh, she got some. She got tons of those. But you know what's crazy? She talked out the side of her neck, talking about, "I'm not getting no watch. He could buy me another purse. He could buy me." She is on red tag sales. She's telling me about the yellow tag sales, the whole nine. She is shopping. She got
Hmm.
a list of 50 more watches that she wants to get. And I'm like, man, get out of here. And then I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer to find out who the person was that texted her. I think it was a New York number. Text her some.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I saw the area code. I said, "Wait, that's New York." So I'm still searching.
Fine watches. Next one's an old underwear. Yeah, no,
Let me
nope.
find the watches. The next I'll find. Hey, okay, so I broke out a pair of underwear and literally just got rid of it when my son moved out. They were older than he was. They were a pair of Shaq underwear that I bought when Shaq first came on the scene. I bought a pair of Shaq boxers, and I had them things up until what, a year and a half ago. And as my son was moving out, I was like, we was going through some stuff, and I was throwing out some. I said, "Oh man, I got some underwear that's older than you in here." He said, "Yeah, right." I said, "No, seriously." When Shaq rookie season, this is what I bought these when he first, because I
Hmm.
loved him when he first came out. He was breaking backboards. I went and got a pair. I just got rid of them things about a year and a half ago.
No,
You are, I can't see that. What does he say?
desensitize.
Desensitized. Oh, okay. I need my, hold
Yeah,
up.
yeah. Get your loop out so you can read it.
Desensitized. Okay, yeah. That's funny.
No, no. I am definitely not one that keeps any of that stuff. There's probably I don't have any clothes that's more than maybe 5, 10 years old.
Mm. I don't now. I got rid of a lot of my stuff. Well,
Yeah.
I still got my uniforms.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. So I got my dress blues. I think I've got one set of BDUs, and I've got 2 jackets. The all green, and then the first run that the camo came out in.
Yeah. So that's what I work out in. I still got my camo stuff. I work out in that now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yesterday, my son, well, TJ, takes a
Mm-hmm.
shot at me with a Nerf gun. I came through the door, and he was like behind the door with it. And I'm like, "Oh, really? You trying to take shots at me?" So he takes off running. I ran to the back room and got my pellet gun. He runs in the bathroom, and he sat in there for a long time. I sat right on the living room floor, just like this, in the prone position, waiting for him to come out. He took that first step out, not scared the life out of him. Did you just shoot that in here? Yep. I told him get his attention. If you ever pull a gun out on me, I don't care if it's a Nerf gun. I'll tell you up.
Mm-hmm. I can lay prone in position for a long time.
Time, boy. Like a sniper. Just sit there.
Mm-hmm. Let the
Hey, and I
bugs
tell you,
crawl on me.
I ain't lost a beat because it was I shot his weight, he got a little waist basket. And there's a little white tag on it. I still got it, boy. Went straight through right where I was aiming.
Mm-hmm. God.
Long watch I own are 47 millimeters. That's the smallest I'll go. What? Okay, Grand Diners.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Other than I do have that 44 Punisher, which I think I've worn it once, just to
That's
say
a,
I wore it.
that's a nice piece though. I like that Punisher, man. But the
No,
Tanoa,
no, the one with that, what the one I'm talking about, that one with that cheap movement in it. It
oh,
looks good.
oh,
That one, yeah, that one. It wasn't as much who it was. He was shooting in the general direction of someone to get their attention. Purple Love's asking who you were trying to shoot.
nah, my son shot at me with his doggone Nerf gun, and I popped back at him with a actual pellet gun. But I just shot in the direction. I didn't shoot, try to hit him with it. That'd put a nice little hole in you. That pellet, it's one of the ones that you got to pump up.
Oh, like the old Crossman 880s.
Yeah, that's exactly what it
Oh,
is.
is it?
Yeah.
Do you remember the one? So was this the one with the really big long handle or the short little wood handle? Remember that one?
Yeah. So no, this one it got the long stock barrel and it got
Yep.
the stock barrel on it. I mean collapsible. It's not collapsible, but it's the wood. It's about like maybe
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, the charging handle, is it like big and long about, I don't know, about,
Mine is long.
okay. Because do you remember the one that had like, it was like wood and it was
Yep.
about that long? It was
Yep.
really short. And you could put about 20 pumps into that thing. And
Man,
really, you could light some stuff up at 20.
you know what? I messed around and almost went to jail. I was about maybe 17 years old. And this little boy used to break our windows and do all kind of stuff. And I was like, little boy, stop. And he's telling his dad, I'm like, man, could you get your son, dude? He was like, hey, man, he's just a kid, man. Don't worry about it. This kid is about like 9 years old out here breaking people's windows. So I got a old school Buick, and he cracked my window. And I said, okay, got you. So he was in the backyard, and I was at my auntie house looking down at him. He was in the back. I pumping this thing up. And shot him in the butt. And it tore him up. He ended up having to go to the hospital. They came over there looking. They said, okay, we got this BB or this pellet out of his butt. Who shot it? I said, I don't know. I don't even own a pellet gun. I don't know what you're talking about. He said, somebody shot him. And they was like, we're trying to figure out. I was like, hey, look, I don't know nothing. I don't even live here. I got in my car and took off. Like, nope, you can't prove it. So that
Yeah.
little boy, I bet he learned a lesson though.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the Punisher. So get ready.
Whatever.
So I just got all of them in the book, and I'm starting to do research. So the next, let's see, the next 15 reviews are going to be Punishers. So
Punisher.
I'm doing the whole set all the way through.
You know what? I think I'm gonna do an Invictus spec style this week or next week. What's today? All the days is kind of blended to me. I don't know what that today is.
Friday.
Friday. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll start Monday. I'll go through my cruise watches,
Mm-hmm.
and of course,
You gonna send them over for a review for make sure you get them right.
hey man, I promise, man. I just been sitting here gazing at this thing. I ain't even put the watch back on. I just let it sit. Let it sit, man.
Mm.
And you know what? Purple love in here. Ain't nobody thinking about you right now. Talking about I told y'all. I'm innocent, man. I don't
Yep.
even get down like that. I ain't never done nothing wrong in my whole life.
Yeah. You know that whole line, innocent until, yeah, the proven part.
And I ain't never been proven otherwise.
No. I never did half the things in my younger days.
Yeah, man. I grew up on Mayberry Street, right in Chicago. So, and of course, Chicago ain't nothing but nice stuff coming out of Chicago. Don't nothing happen in Chicago.
No.
Nothing. So, I don't know what Purple Love's talking about.
Yeah, I don't know.
She's yeah,
Look at your look at your Z60 movement watch. What are you talking about?
which one? What are you talking about?
I don't know. What are you talking about, Vic?
Here come Vic. He about to say something slick.
Mm-hmm.
He about to say something slick. Main Street USA.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I ain't messing with it. Yeah, okay. What you got the police? What you got the sirens out for, bro? What you talking about?
Oh, proven guilty.
Don't blame me because you vicious. Hey, man, I am not vicious. I ain't never done nothing in my life. You see my right hand? That right hand is innocence right there, man.
Mm.
They didn't prove OJ wrong. That's just no, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna leave that OJ thing alone. Hey, I said something about OJ one time, man, and I was joking, man. It just caused this big old stink. I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I'm like, and of course it was some old army buddies. He'd be like, see, man, all you black guys always get away with stuff. I'm like, oh, here we go. I
Oh
said,
shit.
right. I said, what black guy got away with anything? I said, OJ was probably the only person in history that ever got away. The rest of us convicted felons. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Here you go. And I said, okay, we walked away from this conversation because this is going to go downhill from here.
The right hand of lies. Oh my God. Wow.
Purple. I thought that was
Woo!
true.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
You know what you need to do? You need to go back into your Instagram and check all your pictures and delete anything that the date's wrong. Get rid of that evidence, man. You better do it quick. That's all I'm saying. Better do it quick because you know Vic right now is going and finding them all and looking them up and saving them off. I gotta save that picture. Let me take a snapshot of that. Screenshot, screenshot.
Oh
Uh,
my gosh, man. Hey man, he Perry Mason, man. He just finding all kinds of dirt, man. I'm like,
right?
oh my god.
All right.
He
It's
said, you do
getting warm
nothing
down
wrong
here.
today. Bro, come on now. Vic, I've been acquitted, man. What did you mean? I've been acquitted, man. Oh
The
my
chart
god.
the charges were dropped.
Right, man. No substantial evidence, bro. Like, hey, stuff can be photoshopped, man. Like wrong dates, or it could have been put up at a later date. You know what I'm saying? Like I could have took that picture on the actual date and put it up like 3 days later.
Yeah,
See,
you forgot to post it.
forget it, forget it. Says so. Today we were going out and no, we weren't going out. We came back and
Mm.
DC said, "Okay, I want to post my Mickey Mouse watch. Make sure the date's right for me, please." I was like, "Just take the picture." She said, "No, I'm not." She said no. And she just looked at me. She said, "Are you gonna change the date or what?" I said, "Just take the picture." She said, "As long as Vic is out there, I'm not." No. She said, "I just
Hmm.
want to take the picture. How about that?" I don't know if I don't even know if I said the date for her or not. She may have put it on there.
See, I have to set. There's a certain set of watches depending on the crown is really sensitive to get it into position one.
Mm-hmm.
So Smitten will bring them to me. I can't get the date on this thing. Please fix it for me. So I get them all set up before she shoots it. So yeah, I have like reading glasses all over the house. Like it's like it's like a hobo. I just leave them all over the place.
Vic, look, Purple Love, stay off my Instagram. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get get out of here.
You in trouble now, man.
I know. Now he got Purple Love. Oh my gosh.
He's done duly deputized her.
I see. Who's vicious now? You coming after me, man? Oh my god. Vic is a sidekick, man. What is this? That man and that woman. Get out of here.
You in trouble now, man.
Man, I'm about to close down everything.
set your yeah set your Instagram to private and take all your pictures down real quick, man.
I ain't posting nothing else, man. There's nothing else. Hey, yeah, Rick, look, I'm gonna tell you something. This watch winder, bro, I've been like looking at this thing all day. I'm not taking the watch out, man. It's just in there like I'm looking at it, bro. It's like a museum for right now. I've been putting the light on. TJ came and he said, "Is it a light on here?" I said, "Yup." Click that light from. He's like, "Oh man, that's nice." Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Too late. Just
Uh
fucking and gonna.
oh. You're in trouble now, man.
Ah. Hey man, I'm about to close. Look, tonight's the night that the lifestyle is completely. This the last time you see me on social media. Everything's gone. I'm done. Done.
Shutting down the account.
That's it. I'll revamp it in London. I'll come back in London somewhere
Uh-huh.
under a whole different. I'm starting in Invicta, London. If you don't speak the language, you not. I'm gonna fix it to French. No subtitles. Nothing.
Yeah. No translator.
Nope. Wow. And you see this picture? I got the backup. Oh, oh, oh.
uh,
Cool. Vic, is it not good enough that you got a whole segment on Bulldog?
right?
Right? You know what I'm saying? Now
You
you
know,
gonna corrupt Purple Love, man.
I mean, that's like having a brother that's a cop, man. You get the little card that you hand them every once in a while when you need it. That's what it's
Right.
for.
I see, man. Dang. Dang. I feel like they coming for me. I gotta look over my shoulder now, man.
Yeah, man, they're getting ready to travel on you.
I see. Guess what? I know how to evade. I've been doing it for 20 plus years.
Sear school. Just go into Sear school, man.
You're not gonna find me. You're not gonna find me.
Hmm.
Be like DC one day said, "Who are you?" She saw a part of me. She was like, "I've never seen this part of you before." I'm like, "Hey, it's a lot you need to know basis. I know how to pull that out. So
Yeah.
both of y'all show up on my doorstep. I will not be in here. We both flights around here. Not now. You don't.
Yeah.
I ain't worried about you flying. Uh huh.
Got connections. Oh shit.
You got FBI connections. Okay. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna say nothing that's gonna incriminate me on. See, you tried to get me. You thought you was slick. Nope. I ain't saying nothing. I don't know nobody. I don't know nothing. Now, by the end of this, man, the transmission, there will be no trace of trap vision or none of that.
Wipe that digital footprint in about 20 minutes.
Woo, you try to access the phone, it will explode.
Mission Impossible style, man. Things just gonna burn up.
Man,
Mr. Phelps, do you
Rona got
accept
me
the
in
mission?
lockdown at the moment. I know Rona trumps FBI, the president, anybody right now, so I ain't worried about no travels. Hey, but you know what? What's surprising was too late. I got a shirt. Um, what's surprising? I left out the house today, man, and it was a lot of people out on the road here.
Yeah.
I said, man, that's crazy. But again, I think it's by sector, man. Certain states like their lockdown is more serious. Indiana, when they issue stuff, man, these guys don't take it serious, man. That's another
Yeah.
reason why I said I really want to move out of Indiana. I love my house. You know what I'm saying? It was nice to raise my kids here, man, but Indiana is not the spot for me, man. I'm irritated with how they do stuff here, bro. Like where you
Yeah.
live at now, I would love living out there. Nice little communities out in the middle of just, there's like woods and stuff like that. See, I get down with stuff like that, bro. But this, Indiana is so backwards. It's
Yeah.
nothing here. Our malls are complete garbage,
Oh,
bro. Like,
really?
yeah, man. Like, so our downtown mall has more homeless people inside the mall. Like, just homeless people walking all over the place, man. They don't spend money. They don't do nothing but cause problems because a lot of them are drug addicts. Like, we literally came out and this is a true story. A drug addict uh robbed one of my coworkers. So we have to walk across this pavilion to the bank building, which is probably 1,000 feet from us. It's not. I mean, it's not terribly far, but like you have to go through this little corridor in this like homeless city. The dude, like, she had just deposited money and started walking back to her car. The homeless dude walked up to her with a knife. He said, "Give me everything in your pocket." And all she had was $5. He said, "That's all you got?" He said, "Yeah." He threw it back at her, went on about his business. She still had to report it, but
Hmm.
this is what we were exposed to downtown. Like, the security is a joke. We got a police station in there, but like the cops, there's two cops, two lady cops, and one big fat cop. The lady cops are always on the beat doing some other stuff, and you got that fat cop. He not fine. He not catching nobody. He not
Mm-mm.
gonna shoot nobody. But like, dude, it's a waste, man.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Like, I literally at this point, bro, I hate Indiana.
Yeah.
Like, I really hate living here, man. Like, the
I
job
mean,
scene is not what it used to be. It's trash.
yeah. I mean, our malls, and I mean, we got a boatload of malls. I mean, I'll tell you. But
Yeah.
I mean, they're super nice. I mean, I mean, we've got, you know, you don't get hassled or anything. I mean, I've never had an issue in the parking lot. Nothing.
I'm looking at these comments.
Yeah, I'm catching them as they go by.
All right, so
They're talking about in the country, in the woods, and Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You as country as it comes. Vic, you ain't country. He ain't running nowhere. Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this, and I will say this: I will get small, ghost. I'll get out of here. You can call me Casper. If I have to go, you would never find me. I'm telling you that,
Yep. No credit
hmm
cards, cash only.
bro. That's it. That's it. I'm trying to tell you, purple
Oh,
love is
yeah.
crazy. It's crazy. Keep cracking me up. Hey, but you know what? I see purple, man. You be in everybody, like you be everywhere. Like everybody know you. Like I've been in chat rooms, man, and they be like purple love this purple. I'm like, dang, purple love gets around everywhere. But it's cool though, man. Like it's a pretty good community out there, man.
Yeah.
But John, like we were talking the other day, I was discussing that with a network channel today. Um, every time I see a fat cop, I like this would be easy. You crazy. We were talking. I had mentioned something today, and the host snapped on me today, bro. I was like, "Oh, hold up, what's?" He said, "There's no self promoting in this video." I mean, in this chat. I said, "What did I say?" He said, "Well, you mentioned something about playing a video game, and you're trying to take people from my channel to watch you play a video game." I said, "Bro, I never said anything about going online, going live on a video game." I said, "I was answering your question. You were talking about he was talking about Mario Kart, and I said, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go play that here in a little bit, because I got it on the Wii U."
Hmm.
And he goes, "Well, you can't like if you say that you're gonna play a video game, people gonna be like, all right, let's go over to your channel." I said, "Well, stop being so sensitive about it." I said, "If I would have dropped my link in there or say, hey guys, I'm about to go play this game and follow me and whatever." He said, no. People automatically think. I said, "You know what? There's so many terms and stuff that YouTube has put out there. People are paranoid. You can't
Yeah.
even do your regular your thing. Just like how we did the live the other day when people come in there, show me love, show me love. Oh, I'm gonna take my love back. Well, take it back then. Get up out of here.
Yeah.
Well,
I,
okay.
yeah. I'm not here for that. I'm here to have a conversation, not sit there and have people. I mean, if you go over to my page and you honestly want to look at the content, I'm more than happy. If you don't like it, I don't need it.
Mm-mm.
I mean, if I go the rest of my life and I never get to a point that I'm monetized, okay. I'm not planning my life around becoming monetized. So if it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen. If it does, then yeah, that's cool. And evaluate it then. But until then, I can
Yeah,
care less.
yeah. I think that's the. And I wish like there was a big master class or something like that, or like a big conference that all these networks and stuff like that can get on and be like, "Hey, look, what is your goal? What are you trying to accomplish with your
Hmm.
channel?" Because I'm gonna be 100 with you. I've seen some channels that I refuse. They be like, "Hey, Trap Nation, I just showed you love." I'm like, "Hey, look, I can't even get down with this channel, because I'm looking at some people that got like some. It was one channel I got on. They had 1,200 subscribers, and I was scratching my head as to how did they get that done, because I was looking through their content. It was okay. The quality was trash off top, but sometimes I can bear terrible, quality of the how your camera look if your content's good or if you get doing something entertaining. And
Right.
it was so dry. I mean, it was like watching paint dry. I said, "Are you serious? This person got 1,200 or 1,300 subscribers," and I'm like, "I wonder how they did that." And I looked through their videos. Each one of their videos was like 20 minutes long. Some were 2 hours long, and I'm like, "Okay, they've been going live." And I looked through one of their live streams, and it's literally nothing. Like they don't have any pictures. it's a black screen, and you'll see like I guess they voice will show on screen. And I
Hmm.
listened to the conversation. I listened to like 30 minutes of it. Nobody was talking. There were 7 people in the chat room, and they just let it play for 2 to 3 hours. I said, nah, what do you want to do? What is
Hmm.
this? This is my thing is where do you want your channel to go? Where do you want to be? So I had a conversation in live stream. This channel is called Runny Egg. And me and him was talking. He said, where do you want to go with your channel? I said, well, of course, I want to be monetized. I said, I would like to get sponsorship. I doubt I get it from Invicta because if that was the case, they would have been done it. You know what I'm saying? Because you look at how many people have come to the cruise or people that I brought awareness to Invicta, you'd
Hmm.
think that, okay, you know what? I think you have a good channel to promote some watches or some new material here sponsored. So I'm like, I'm not looking at that no more. I'm looking at
Right.
other stuff like if Lids, I'm looking at Lids, the company,
Hmm.
they do sponsorship. I know one of the guys I was talking to, a buddy of mine, he works at the actual in marketing. And I was like, hey, once everything comes back, I love to do like I get sponsored by Lids, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to get the channel to the point where we can start doing travel and start doing pop-up shops, you know, and that's why I said I wanted to bring you along because you, man, dude, you know so much about the watches. And when you were on, was that last week? You like literally broke it down, and Jess was like, she just saw the look on her face. She was like, "Wow, like John, the phone guy knows more than a lot of you outside of."
Oh, when I called in. Oh, and I was talking about the R1. Oh, what was I talking about? That Heritage.
Yeah,
Yeah. The Heritage.
you broke down the Meccano too. Oh, I think you
Yeah,
called twice. Did you call two times last week?
I think so.
Okay, but yeah, I mean, I'm trying to do something with the channel, bro. You know that. A lot of
Yeah.
people that come on here know that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But like, I just don't get how some people get on here and they just get so caught up in the numbers, and that's all it is. You getting caught up in the numbers. I'm like, that's not real.
Well,
That's
it's not sustainable because if and I mean I've watched a couple guys that talked about growing your channel and everything, and they're like first and foremost, content wins over quality every
mm-hmm,
single time because he and that guy's name is like Nick something. I'm sure you've seen him.
yeah,
And he's like, my early videos, I was on like a cell phone, and then I moved to this camera, but it was all around the content is what made the difference. I mean, people can be now. He says the first thing to fix though is audio. Always go to improve your audio as best you can
mm,
because if people can't hear or understand you, then you've lost.
mm-hmm,
I mean, people can put up with a little bit of janky video here and again, but if they can't hear and understand you, I mean, you're done because what's the point? So
I mean, shoot, you see how many videos I got? That's right now where man the camera's panning back and forth, just trying to find the white balance and all this other stuff. That
mm,
annoys me. And I'm like, I need a better lighting system. I do. I know I do. Even if you get too much light, too much
yeah,
saturation sunlight, the camera's trying to focus and stuff like
yeah,
that.
it had yeah. Even tonight, I've noticed if you move forwards and back too quick, it
Yeah,
gets confused. Like if you stay right where you're at, because I can see it like a little bit.
yeah.
Um,
It
but
just did it.
yeah,
It's doing it now.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
doing it. But yeah, man. I mean, that's like that's a headache for me, like dealing with
right,
that, man.
right.
But I try to put out pretty good comment, man. I mean, content as much as I possibly can, bro. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know,
Right. Yeah.
but I just this annoys me, man. Like I'm looking at Purple Love thing. I went in the chat room, and you know how hard that is, especially this one network. This guy has 10,250 subscribers. His thing, man, this is probably like 200 people in his chat room at a given time. And somebody, like, I'm looking at the comment, like, hey, Trap, I just showed you love. Well, your comment was 30 lines up, bro. I missed it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me get back to my channel and I'll see who subscribed to me and I'll get back to you, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, even if I left you a comment like, hey, thanks for, visiting my channel. This is nothing that I really, interested in. So out of respect, I mean, if you don't want to subscribe to me, I get it. If you like the content, subscribe. If you don't. I'm gonna do you
Yeah.
the same way. I'm gonna respect you that same way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, and there was a couple of people the other night, and I went and subscribed to them, and then afterwards I went to their channel and started looking through it, and I was like, I mean, there is absolutely nothing that I would um that I'm interested in. I mean, absolutely nothing. I mean, and I'm like, it to me it seems almost disingenuous to subscribe to somebody for a subscribership and then
Yeah.
you are never going to go back there and look at anything. I mean, I'd rather have, everyone that's there enjoying what's coming out and being interested in it than if no one comes back and then, you know,
Because
quit.
you know what that does, John. That like when you look at analytics, I look at my analytics and there's a bunch of people that subscribe to me that I wish they wouldn't have subscribed to me
Mm-hmm.
because my analytics were going smooth, they were going up, but then they start spiking. So I'm looking at it. You go deeper into it. I'm looking like, okay, these people subscribe, and they're not looking at they're just looking at one video. So my intro video went from 72 views to 172 to 200. I haven't looked at it recently. I think it's probably like 225 or something like that. People looking at that 2 minute video, which is cool, and then they'll look at the next video that may be the shortest, and they're only looking at the first minute and a half, and then they're clicking off.
Mm-hmm.
Sign off. Please just unsubscribe to me. Please, please, please. I much rather you just done. No, I don't want you on my channel. Do not want you on the channel to hurt me because you're hurting the whole thing because like that takes the wind out of your sails as a content creator because you're like, okay, am I putting out good content? Am I doing my due diligence? Like you can't gauge, you know what I'm saying? That's deflating. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, God, dog, I thought people like that's why I mess with people like you and Victor Mike. You know what I'm saying? I just seen Mr. Hargraves jumped in a couple of my live chats. Mr. Carson jumped in. These are people like everybody that support him. Like, all right, cool. I keep putting
Mm-hmm.
stuff out. There's a show that I'm going to do that I just saw. Somebody left me a message today. They say, hey, can you show a video? That's I'm getting this together. Show a video of how you store your watches. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
which watches that you leave running, which ones that you don't. I'm going to include this watch winder, of course. But yeah, but that's for people that like that stuff. People that
Right.
really get into that type of content. I'll do that for whomever. But like, I much rather I don't like some of the growth channels, man. Some of the people from the growth channels because it's not real. That
Yeah.
is.
See, I haven't really been out to any of those. I mean, I know you've talked about a few of them, and after that one stint the other night where they were all just going crazy, and yeah, Purple Love, I agree. I would much rather have genuine love of someone that actually is interested in what I have to say or interested in the videos than someone that just jumps in there and jumps back out and never comes back. Because now I will say, as far as analytics, uh, I pretty much have stopped looking at it. Like the only thing that I really use Studio for is to manipulate some of my end screens or thumbnails or something after I shoot them up.
Mhm.
But that's or I use it for my scheduler so I can schedule release times. That's about it because for the longest time the numbers really didn't make any sense to me, and it's like I it I was just I just don't care. I'm just gonna keep. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Ah, killing me. I mean, I'm just gonna put out videos of specs until someone says, you know what, you really need to stop because this is boring the shit out of me. And if it is, then maybe I will. But you know, I probably the one thing I would love for someone to do is leave me a comment of a suggestion of either changing something or adding a piece of information that they would like to hear about or something, that I would be interested in. Like, is there a piece of information about a watch that either I'm overlooking or not covering in as much detail or something, to change, what it is that that I'm putting in the video.
You
Like
know what you
I
should do?
noticed a lot of times I was forgetting to measure the lugs or the bracelet. So it's like I'm trying to keep in the back of my mind all the different measurements that I'm trying to do to try and standardize the information from one video to the next. So you kind of have a general idea. If you go back and look at one, okay, well, this one is at 19 or 3 or 22 or whatever it is. So you have, if you've got one of those watches and then you're looking at another one, you can literally put on your wrist and be like, okay, that's about that big. And then, so you can get a comparison of something you actually have.
You know what,
Yeah,
John?
I'm good with that, Vic. Sorry.
What you should do, and this is just a suggestion. I think at the end of the video, ask the people, what would you consider, or what would you like to know? Is it the design that you like to hear more about, or the specifications, or like the movement? Which one? Like, do a survey and see what people say. You put that out there, whatever, when you do that video, if you decide to do that video, and we can have a whole conversation. I can share that just to see what people, because like me and Tony Woe talked offline, and he was like, he said, you know what? I really like the watches. I like the way they look. He said, I know nothing about the movement. And I asked him, I said, is it that you don't care about the movement, or you don't understand it? He's like, I don't know one movement from the next. I don't know if you caught one of my videos where I said, like people, where I grew up, man, I didn't hear about movements. The only reason I knew about movements is because like my grandpa had he actually had a pocket watch with the tourbillon in it. You know what I'm saying? My
Mm-hmm.
mama still got it to this day. You know, and I was like, okay, what is it? Why is this different? You know what I'm saying? I was like, you can see through this watch, the skeleton
Yeah.
eye.
Right.
So that's when he was telling, my grandpa told me about movements back in the day. I was a kid. I didn't know, and didn't dawn on me until I got like become a teenager. And I could
Mm-hmm.
tell, like, okay, so my mom had a Citizen watch that is swept, and then my dad had a Seiko that ticked. I'm like, why are these different?
Right.
And my mama told me it's simple as this. She said it's the heartbeat of the watch. His heartbeat ticks, mine is kind of smoother than his. I was like, oh, okay. So watches are alive. And as a kid, again, I'm a kid, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So but there's we were never taught movements. You know what I'm saying? Like, even as an adult, I really didn't. I knew there's a difference in movements and stuff like that. What movements trash, what weren't. But I really didn't give it a second thought like that until, honestly, I started collecting Invicta.
Mm-hmm.
To be 100 with you. And then I was listening to you, and I think Muhammad on Facebook was he
Mm-hmm.
was leaving comments and stuff about different movements. And I was like, huh. And then of course Shop HQ, Ryan and Jay-Z got to talking about movements. They was breaking it down.
Mm-hmm.
And Ryan actually he had a lot of hair too, thick hair. He was doing a video on movements and how to set your chronograph and stuff like that, and breaking the watch
Mm-hmm.
down. I was like, oh, okay. So like now I'm hip to the game, and I'm still, of course, still learning movements. But
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
it
same here.
still, it still don't matter to people. I don't know if you remember. I told you there was some, and I never disclosed who it was. There was somebody had sent me a private message and said, "Hey, I love Invicta. I love the watches, but I'm gonna be 100 with you. I don't even know how to tell time on these things. I just don't." I laughed. I said, "Hey, like we hit the cruise. I'll show you. I can give you a quick tutorial." And that person was like, "I don't think I care to even know. I'm just gonna wear my watch." I was like, "Oh, whatever." Like if that's your thing, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not. I mean, I think that'll be pretty dope for you to do if you
Mm-hmm.
did a survey. That's just to get, because honestly, you do need to get some type of participation, because there are people that watch your channel. They may not comment, but I've seen it kicked around like, hey, I caught your channel or whatever, and I'm like, hey, y'all need to start leaving comments, man. You know what I'm saying? And let at least let them know, because that you can gauge, regardless if you want to get monetized or not, you can kind of gauge where you go with your stuff. Because just like Tommy Big Time, Tommy got hammered one rip. Somebody was like, "Are you gonna cover something more than just the Grand Octane? Are you gonna you keep putting up these battery changes and swapping this out? Like, can we see something else?" And Tommy kind of fired back on like, "Hey, look, this my channel. I like Grand Octanes. That's what it's gonna be." I said, "Well, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's constructive criticism. They telling you they want to see something else.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't want to do that, I mean, you ain't got to fire them. But like, if this what people like, those big watches, and they want to
Hmm.
see you do battery changes, do battery changes." I think he did Sweet One when he was displaying people's watches. He did Bob Cohen's collection, which that was like a week long. Bob collection is deep.
Yeah,
But
it is.
um, yeah,
Oh,
man.
hey, Celia. Sorry. We
Celia
we
in
got
here.
yeah, we got talking. Yeah, Vic, as far as sizing them, um, I mean, I've thought about doing more sizings, but and I kind of I've kind of talked about this with Christy a little bit, and it's like after so many watches, there's I mean, basically there's three kinds. There's this style, which you've got the pin and sleeve, you've got the standard cotter pin, and then you've got the double head screws. I mean, for me, it's not that I don't mind doing them. I mean, I like doing sizings. Um, I just kind of felt looking at how many people had watched some of the sizing videos that it was not as big of a thing, and I think part of that was Tommy does a lot of sizings, he does a lot of battery changes, and it was kind of like he's got a lot bigger following than I do, and I was just kind of like, I mean, I've got him out there in the playlist if people want to see it, but I don't know. I mean, I guess I could go back to doing them. Just for me, I was just thinking that it was, yeah, I appreciate it, Rick. I mean, I do like the doing the specs. And like I say, I've learned since I started doing them, like the whole thing about, depending on who you talk to, inner chapter ring or rehaut. I mean, it depends. I mean, the term rehaut was more of a French term that was more in line with a watch manufacturer that came out with the terminology. But yeah, I mean, it's a different way. And once Ryan talked about it, and I thought, well, that to pass along parts and pieces to explain so that if someone mentions it, you're not standing there being like, what's that? Watch bands. Yeah, that's an interesting one, Mike. I've never really gotten that far into the bands themselves, as far as like if you have a band that's so big and everything. And probably the biggest reason is depending on what the watch is. There's well, with Invicta, I will say, like Venom bracelets, because of the intricacies, or like a DNA or something like that. There's not really a standardization of how they're made, other than, I mean, if it's a leather strap and it has like a 20 or 22, well, that's the millimeter. But as far as interchangeability, a lot of Invicta watches, like a SAS, I mean, you got to put a SAS bracelet on a SAS. It's the only thing that's going to fit, because of how the lug system is. So, um, and quite honestly, and I've been out to, what is it, Invicta? Is it Invicta bands or Invicta watch bands or something like that, where you can buy
Yeah,
replacements?
yeah,
The prices on some of those things,
crazy.
like I say, I've seen bands for, like, I saw a Bolt Zeus bracelet, um, that was more than what I paid for the watch itself. And I'm just like, at that point, um, I mean, even looking at like scrap straps and what's that guy on the ship,
Yeah, this can't.
Travis. I mean, even what these guys are doing out there, they're sticking with standardized bracelet where you've got the lugs on the outside and you've got a standard spring pin that you can then manipulate, but they're not going to be touching watches with a much more intricate band system because it doesn't play into their wheelhouse of what they're able to do because it takes so much more work. But
And
yeah,
they'll tell you too off top. It's like if you tell them what model of watch that you're trying to get changed out, they'll tell you like nope. Because I got 2 watches back here that I was trying to get switched out, and they were like, nah, we ain't mess with that because they just say the way it's very unique the way Invicta does it. Like there's nothing else that compared to it. Nothing.
yeah,
You
yeah,
can't.
and yeah, like you say, uh, I mean, I think Ryan talked about it one time, especially when you get in like silicons and everything, because they use all of the molding systems that are specific to a brand. It's just like boom. I mean,
I think they need to. You know what, Vic? I honestly believe they do need to come down on the prices, man. Like some of those, like
yeah,
for example, Scotty Borders was the first person when they brought that Joker watch out. He was the first person to get an actual purple band put on there. But I think he paid like $300 for that band, that actual bracelet, and
hmm
it's not worth it. And I think honestly, maybe 2 months, 2 to 3 months after that, Invicta brought another version of the Joker out, and it came on the actual bracelet.
yeah,
But he had posted he was the first one with a Venom bracelet, a purple bracelet done.
hmm
And Victor sold it to him, but it was man, he paid a lot of money for that. So
hmm
like, remember what was that $499 when that Joker came out, and then you paying another $300 for the bracelet.
yeah, it was around that. Because I got the first iteration, but I actually got it. Megan got it for me for Christmas, so I hope she didn't spend that much on it, but I don't know.
Christmas, the price had dropped on it.
Yeah,
It was I think it was like in like $299 during Christmas.
that sounds right.
Yeah, I remember the price did drop on that. And that's one I still want a Joker. I still want a
Yeah.
Joker. They still have them in the Invicta store.
hmm
But
Yeah, there's a few of them that still have the original, the first gen run
and I'll do
it
that one.
in the color and everything.
I'll
I
do
mean,
that one.
I is it my favorite rendering of the Joker? Probably not. Um, I'm sure everyone that's looked at it, um, and without saying too much, you can um, you can tell some anatomical issues with it, so to speak. So,
Silver
but
bracelet. On what you talking about on the
oh,
Magnum, Vic?
on the Diamond Magnum, the one we got on the 2018 cruise, he was thinking about changing it out for a bracelet.
You know what?
Yeah.
I would see if somebody had that first before I try to tackle that one, but I don't
hmm
know. You know what? I'll take that back. I'll probably just buy that flat out. Because if that's something you like, just go ahead and get it. Because I was looking at Tommy Big Times, one of his videos, he traded out with somebody. Now the guy gave him his watch back, but he traded out a piece of junk, dude, like some trash. And some people out here, passing off some bad Invictus, man, or they'll take a picture of something nice and then send you
hmm
crap.
hmm
So, if you're gonna get it, dude, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I get having something that's slightly unique, but to me, and like I say, I've been out on the watch band site. When I started looking at prices of doing something like that, it was so cost prohibitive. It's like I'm good. No,
Let me ask you this:
you
would you look at it from a perspective? Let's say, for instance, you're not buying any more watches. Like if you're just going through a stint where you're not going to buy watches for the next few months or 3 months, would you consider buying one of those straps just to have something original? And I'm coming from a place of like if you were going to buy a watch anyway, like if you got a budget set to buy, let's say 2 to 3 watches per month, and you decide not to, and you still got that $200 to $300 or however much money that you set aside for your watches, would you consider doing something like that? Like, say for instance, you didn't like your one of the straps on your heritage or bracelets on your heritage, and you want to change it up. Would you do it for $200?
probably not.
Okay.
I would probably reach out to the service center about the cost and effort of having them build a one of one
Mm-hmm.
before I went and did something like that. I mean,
Speaking of
that's yeah.
that, Brito, getting like, what would you if you were to have one of one? What style would you change? I mean, what style would you go for? Yeah, that would be nice, Vic. I'm down for that.
Mm, mm,
$85 from Kent.
yeah. Probably, I would probably look at a Venom hybrid,
Mm.
because you really get into some really interesting uh, combinations of color and everything, from case to bracelet to bezel to your crown and function pusher. If you could do a different color combination, you could definitely work with, I mean, all the different dial face materials, and then it would I would probably, if I'm going to go that deep into it, I'm probably going to do a Ronda 150 auto. I mean,
Okay.
but I would probably lean towards probably meteorite first, mother of pearl second.
Mm.
I probably wouldn't go with it with an all diamond, because I think there's just so many out there now that. So he talked about the puppy editions in the Q&A, and he kind of skated it, I thought. Um, I don't know that they're gonna directly do puppy edition again. Now I say that, and that lady's Akula that just came out was probably the closest I've seen to a puppy edition in quite some time. I mean, it had some really bold color combinations on that watch. You know what I'm talking about?
He said you know what, you're right. He said they talked about it.
Yeah.
He said they
And that,
talked about it. He never said that they were actually going to do it.
me personally, no.
I have a hard question. Would you trade up from the Sabaka Blue Label for a turbo? Bro, keep your watch, man.
Nope.
Keep your watch, bro.
No. I would consider a trade up, but it would not involve a blue label. I can tell you that right now. I would not trade out a blue label. Even for a Torby mag. And maybe that's because I've got 3 Torbys now that I'm personally able to be a bit more picky in what I get in a Torby. Um, but between I'd really enjoy the blue labels and seeing how many people on the cruise really gravitated to that dive case that had all the blue labels in it.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't think I could do, especially the Sabaqua. Ooh, I definitely could not do that one. No, I don't think I could do that one.
no.
No, I would, as hard as this will be, I would probably do a graffiti before I did a blue label on a swap.
Yeah, bro.
But I don't know.
Yeah, get that out your head, Vic.
Yeah,
Get that out your head, bro. Not no blue label, especially that one. That thing's beautiful too.
yeah. Yeah. That the Sabaqua. Yeah, I love that watch.
I
That
mean, blue
one.
label, period, bro. Like that
Mm-hmm.
Sabaka, I wouldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel you
No.
though. I mean, I want a Turby too, though. I ain't even gonna front.
Yeah.
I was like I said, man. I was thinking. I said, man, I can make a fast break off this ship and just jump overboard and swim back home. Make some whale calls and maybe hitch a ride or something. Oh my gosh, that man, John, when I tell you that thing is so like seeing it on TV. I remember when it was on TV and I'm looking like, okay, this is nice. And I got it up on the big screen. We watching it on the big screen. I
Mm-hmm.
said, that Kirby looks nice. But then when you literally let me put it on, I said, oh my gosh, this thing is amazing. Oh, that's amazing. That thing is amazing. I would love to see now. I would like to have a burrito piece. I would probably want mine in a mosaic form. So
Mm-hmm.
like, I would like to have a Grand Octane mosaic, almost 50, of course, bro, or like a Salida movement, something real nice that just sweeps. But I do, I think towards the end of the year, man, I'm gonna aim for having one of those one-on-ones and see if he'll really do it.
Yeah. I'm not as sold on the burritos as a lot of people. I think it's unique, but so on the Invicta sell bands more than the watches because just like the difference between buying from an Invicta brick and mortar to invictastores.com to Shop HQ, each one of those lines of business are independent. So their pricing models are set independently of each other. That's why there's such a diverse price difference between when you go on their website to look at a band versus how much an actual watch costs. It's a completely different line of business from what I understand. Now, I could be wrong, but from what I understand, that's one of the big reasons why is because they're independent of each other. So, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
even thinking about doing a custom watch, I already know that the price is going to be bad. Just is
What you thinking, like 1,200, 15?
minimum, minimum,
Yeah.
and then depending on what materials and finishes.
Well, you know what? I'll keep it simple then. I go Grand Diver with NX35. Hey, because I'm man, if I'm gonna spend $1,200, bro, I'm going diamond. I'm sorry. If I got
Hmm.
that kind of, I mean, I figured it was gonna be up to $1,000, but exactly what I wanted. And I do
I mean,
want one of them.
no, this I'm just guessing just based on just prices, between prices you see at the Invicta store and everything. I don't know. When all of this crap, I may reach out to them just to run something by them to just say, hey, what would this run, just to get it? Because if you get one, then you kind of have an idea where the price is at. And I'm sure you're going to be like, this is a one payment. This ain't six value pay. None of that shit. This is you're dropping this now before we even send that sucker to you. So,
Hmm. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. I don't
so
know, man. Um,
yeah.
I mean, well, I can speculate and stuff like that, man. But there are a few pieces that I am hoping that they actually make. That one, I hope your idea actually makes it, bro. The transatlantic gotta be done.
Hmm.
And I know Vic had. I think that was Vic that said the diamond on one side and bump
Meteorite on the other.
on the other. I think that'll be pricey. I already know that'll be pricey,
Hmm.
and they'll probably put like the lowest movement they possibly can to keep it cost effective in there.
Well, yeah, you're gonna have to do two.
True. Yeah. Yeah. Two VD53s, something like that.
Yeah, you ain't gonna. Yeah,
They'll have to,
yeah,
because like to make it cost effective. Because I don't know how
yeah. A PC, you might get a PC movement out of them too. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh, you just killed that. Oh no. Oh my.
50% up front and 50 at delivery. Yeah, no, I don't even think. Um, I would say for them to do it, you would probably have to send them maybe 30% of it up front
Yep.
and then the remainder before they ship it out. I'd say that's probably.
If I'll tell you what, if they apply the same rules as jewelry companies, it's 30% up front. It's
Hmm.
30% up front, a bare minimum of 30% up front, and then they'll what they'll do is send you a email or a picture to show you what it looked like of the renderings, and if you approve of it, then they'll just go with it. And you better
Hmm.
have that money on the back end. I tell you that.
Hmm. Yeah, because it's gonna be a one-time shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I still need to send that email to Jonathan. I haven't done it yet about the straps.
Oh, I haven't done it either.
Yeah.
I got to send a Oh, my bad. I keep kicking the camera. I got to send an email over to Bulldog. They sent me an email and said something about an offer number. I'm like, what do you mean an offer? I don't know what they mean by offer number. 'Cause I thought he was talking about my the model number or no the order number. But he
Hmm.
said something. I'll have to ask him like, what do you mean? Because I sent them a video over, and I don't know when they'll play that, but they got it.
Yeah.
So
I haven't even done that. I don't know. I hadn't even had time to sit down and think about what I wanted to do on a video. I don't
I
know.
don't. I
I mean,
definitely.
I could do something like this, basically go into, some sort of a spec with the camera this direction. I just need to practice it a few times to get used to the difference because I'm so ingrained in my view is the participant's view that doing in this format, understanding when I do like this, when I go right, it goes left. When I go, things like that to get practiced at reversing it, you know, because I mean, that's what it's like when, well, when you're on camera and you're
Yeah,
looking at that bottom monitor, it's everything is backwards. So
true.
I don't know.
That's true.
I don't know. But you know,
Hey, Celia,
we'll see.
let me ask you this. Celia, if you could have a watch, custom made watch, which model would you go with?
To base it on. Like what would you start out with,
Like, what would you start out with? Would you
case
go
wise?
to Bakwa? Would you go Venom? Would you go
Deuce.
Akula? What would you go?
Yeah.
Kenny same. Well, I think I know what Kenny would do. Kenny doing Sea Hunter, full Sea Hunter.
Mm.
It's getting that time, John.
I'm telling you.
You go Sabaka. Would you do?
See, that's weird. You get the comments before I see it on my screen. But I think there's a little bit of a delay between the stream live getting the comments back from the page.
You don't have a single sea hunter in your collection?
Wow. Really?
Hey man,
How about
close it. Hey
Oh,
man,
now there is that one guy from Tennessee, JC something. He's got like a boatload. Like he's got like 17 or 18 nothing but sea hunters. He's a big sea hunter guy. What's
you
your
don't
go-to watch, Kenny?
don't let Kenny fool you, man.
Does he have sea hunters? I can't even remember now. He had so many watches on the cruise. I can't even keep track anymore.
Mm-hmm. You got fewer what? Celia said she got fewer or something. I have fewer. Fewer what? Sabakwas? How many Sabakwas do you have, Celia?
Did you see Vic? I don't think I'd be okay in front of those cameras.
I missed it.
I just caught it in the feed.
Do you have less than 10 or more than 10?
What are we talking about? Tobacco what?
Yeah, Sabakwa, any Sabakwa.
Oh,
I need to get one of those Sabakwa, like the Venom hybrid, man. I don't have that. I think that's probably one of the, man, that build is so crazy. I was looking
it
at
is.
yours, man. That build is ridiculous, man.
Yeah. It's a big mamma jamma. I mean, it's probably almost as thick as a Hydromax altogether. I forget the thickness on it, but yeah, it's pretty big. I want to say 20, 24, 25 millimeter. They're
Mm,
thick. Yeah, they're
yeah,
thick.
that's thick. But see, the thing about it is not only like with the Hydromax, that crystal's thick, but that I was looking at yours, bro. Like that hybrid is so massive, bro. Like across the bell, all over. I said, man, that's a big watch.
Yeah, it is. It is a very big watch. I think that thing. I think most of them weigh out at around 13, 14 ounces. Yeah, it's stout. It is stout, especially on full bracelet. Yeah,
I don't have any. I took all my Sabacos in the back.
yeah. I'm downstairs in the office, so I'd have to traipse all the way upstairs to get them, and that's not happening.
I, my uncle. I need to show him. Hey, that cough was for purple love.
That's right. There you go.
From my heart to yours. Yeah, bring your uncle in. Let your uncle see what's
Yeah,
going on.
yeah. Bring them on in.
Yeah. Second love was the boat Zeus. Yeah. I would, you
Mm-hmm.
know what? I would definitely I would love to have a one-on-one Grand Diver and the Sabako number 3. Those two one-on-ones, I would love to have that. You know what? AL asked the question. No, well, somebody asked him about bringing like
I was saving it up for you. I was saving it up for you, Purple.
we got the
It was
sanitizer was
Yeah,
dead quick.
it was sitting right here for about a half hour, just waiting on you.
It was like,
Like yeah, like I mean, really chesty, like just good deep
man, I'm talking about from the bowels. From the bowels. That thing came from the pit.
diaphragm, man. It's all diaphragm.
Ain't that purple love spread? She spraying her camera like
Uh,
he got over there talking about the devil is a lie. To get me sick.
should have left my phone sitting down.
Too late. It's in your ears, your eyes, the whole nine. You got it.
Yeah, yeah,
You got the convict 19. You locked down, sweetie.
yeah. She probably just like tossed it like straight out, like through it.
She gonna warn people and they be like, hey, don't ever go to their live stream. You might get sick.
Yeah, might want to get one of them computer viruses.
Oh, I'm definitely closing up shop. She said, if I get sick, I'm coming for both. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god.
No,
Somebody asked if I wanted to trade a Predator for a diesel. Tell him to go jump off a bridge. Asking no dumb question like that. A diesel? Pfft, crap out of here.
right?
Mm-mm.
No. Mm-mm.
That's not even happening, man. Tell
That's
him I got.
yeah.
We can have this tag. I get take his diesel. I even threw in this marker. This marker was used on the shoes.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We
Sign
can.
it. She put the phone back on the table. Oh God.
She ain't touching her phone for the rest of the night. She
Yeah.
let this thing air out.
Yeah. She's gonna go get a bunch of Clorox wipes and just rub it like like she's
Right.
putting it in the washing machine or something. Sterilize that thing.
Hey, bro, got me. I wanted to pick one of these lamps up from Home Depot.
Oh yeah, those things are bright as all get out.
For real, man. Man, this thing's look. We had a power outage, and it was like, "Where's the candles at?" I'm like, Shh, "Got this thing right here."
Mm-hmm.
I got some rechargeable batteries on deck. Hey, John the Trap, I just showed you.
Vic showing us love.
I don't care. Take your love back. You can have it on your love. How about
I
that?
don't want it. I don't want it. I don't need no convict love.
Right? You have it. Fooling is not allowed on this channel, sir.
Oh God. Oh,
And
my eyes are watering.
I know, hey, bro. So you successfully, John. Let me see. You at 2 hours and 45. Yeah, you did good, bro. You done good.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, for those of y'all listening in the chat that ain't thumbs up the chat room. That way YouTube get an accurate analysis on John.
Yeah.
But you did so I was told that the recipe for this, you want to have people come to your live and stay for at least 15 minutes
Oh, okay.
at any given time.
All right.
So stop being mean to Vic. He's a sweetheart. He's a sweetheart. He's a what?
Hold on. Hold on. Are you ready?
What? What? Damn. Oh my.
Oh God.
Hey,
The-
Purple Love, this calls for you. Man, talking about he's a sweetheart.
oh God. Oh. Hmm.
Yeah, I'm cracking up. You know what? I'm done. No more hat for the night. Hats off.
Yeah.
I'm out of this joint, man. John, look, you've been here long enough, bro.
Yeah.
Purple, just hey, I'm about to go to bed. I'm done.
I'm
I can't
done.
I can't
Stick,
believe it.
stick a fork in me, man. Take me off the broiler.
Put on a caution hat.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let's see.
Right, bro. Hey, cause I tell you the truth, man. Where them boots at, man? Please, I need them
There we
boots
go.
tonight, cause it's getting thick. There you go. I'm trying to take, bruh.
That it? Straight
That's
up,
it.
right
That's
there.
it right there, man. That's it. Hey, bro, you look gangster, man. In that though, for real. All that black. I told you, man.
Yep. Yep. That's me. Straight up.
That's crazy, bro. But anyway, man, I am
Yep.
about to call it a night.
Yeah, I am too. It's getting
Good night.
late.
Good night. Oh, this was great. Y'all so wrong. Phone got hard. Your watches arranged, stored in your dive cases. He ain't got no dive cases. That man got a cabinet.
No, I don't. I don't use dive cases. No, no dive cases. I built custom display cases that are either on a drawer or they are the drawer itself. So, oh, how are they arranged? Um, mm, primarily by model, except the 145 slot has nothing but autos. So when it comes to automatic winding day, I just pull that one whole tray out and do all my autos. I last count I had 40. I think I got 50 autos now.
50 autos.
Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah, yeah. Of one flavor of another, but yeah.
Let's see. I got 22 autos.
And the reason I know I it's around 50 is because that one that one drawer to the right, the smaller one is a 48, and I know I've got it filled up and a couple sitting on top.
Yeah, bro. I got 22 autos.
I try and wind all my autos first of the month. That's all I do to them is just wind them, put them back in. I'll wind them like 30 times, and for me, 30 is so the way I always do it is I measure from the tip of this to the second knuckle. So if I go, let's see, hold on, get this right. So if I go from here to there, that's like a 1. That's how I count mine when I wind them. So I do mine for 30, and that usually holds them for about, it's more than a day, but not quite 2 days. So it's somewhere in the 30, 40 hour range. And then I just let them die out. But that's enough to keep them running enough to, because you don't have to actually like lube anything. You just have to just running them keeps them lubricated. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, Rick's probably seen one or two of those lamps by the
Mhm.
case. So
Yep. And John, I actually set my I got my autos here. I set mine up high just for all of them, so I can just go straight through all of them.
yeah, yeah, that's what I do.
Except
So
for of
well,
course,
except for the museum piece.
you know what I'm saying. It was I'm gonna take it out tomorrow and
Yeah.
wear it. I'm
All
gonna wear
right.
it.
All
Ah,
right.
let's see. I'm talking about your poly and silicone straps. Oh, you know what? Somebody I actually
Oh,
got Tommy big time. He puts his in water. He puts his in water. I think once a month or something like that, or once every other month. Because when you put
uh,
it in your case, or whatever, and you got them like folded up, they can break in there.
Yeah. I mean, all of mine, because I use those big pool noodles and the way I have my displays done, or my cases done, there's not a lot of bend on it. But usually what I'll do, especially if I'm wearing it to like go on a walk or something that I'm going to be sweating or something, when I get home, I'll usually just use hand soap, just wash the bracelets down, and then dry them off with a towel, and then let them air dry for a little bit, and then that's about it. So far, knock on wood, I've not lost a poly or a silicon to breaking. But now, uh, like I've talked about with the 50 slot cases, the the foam in there is like not even a full circle, and it's like cut really hard. And if you put them in there and smash that thing down, it puts a lot of kink pressure on that one point, and eventually they'll pop. And I've seen a lot of people be like, I asked somebody, do you take the desiccant out? And they're like, no. And I'm like, well, that's just taking more moisture out. But then I talked to Bob. He says he leaves all of his watches with the desiccant in there. Has never had a problem as long as he's had them. So I don't know. I mean,
Olive oil, you know what? I've never tried olive oil on my watches, man. I put mine in water.
yeah. I just like I say, I just washed mine with just regular hand soap, mild hand soap. Nothing heavy detergent. Like I don't use like dish detergent or anything. Just hand soap is all I do. So
Yeah, I don't know about the olive oil thing.
yeah, I'm
I
not
don't,
sure.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I've looked it up, and I mean, the only things I've seen is, I've seen some people say, yeah, I spray my polys down with like WD-40 or something, but that seems harsh from a chemical standpoint. I
I'm
I
not
I
doing that.
personally wouldn't do it, but
I'm not doing that.
yeah.
Okay. Hey, bro, you about to lose me because my phone about to die, bro.
That's all right. I'm about to lose me too because I'm about ready to hit this button and end this thing.
My screen just went dim. I said, "Uh oh." Ah. Hey, family. So check this out. Hold on, I got to get the camera back. Right. I appreciate everybody on here. You know what I'm saying? Celia,
Yeah.
my sister, Purple Love. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing but love here. Vic, everybody, Rick. For those that's on there that y'all ain't said nothing, please, peace and blessings to y'all. Stay out the
Yep.
street. Make
Yeah.
sure that you keep a cough ready for your girl, Purple Love. You know what I'm saying? She loves that type of stuff. And other than that,
Exactly.
man, nothing but love, man. Nothing but love, man. I appreciate y'all. John, appreciate you letting me be on here with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I will holler at y'all later.
Yeah. See y'all.